Like 9/11, y'all too plain. These fire kicks, they like Luke Kane. And we inspire cats the way we do things. Either apply you end up on the food chain. If he lie, lighten up the mood ring. He gon' die, you end up with a new pain. Better slide and end up with a new name. Was that an accident or just a huge claim? You better back your man and get your dude main. Be back in a bit to get a few things. For the power, snatch them up like 2 chains. Niggas think they goblins, run up on robbing. Man, I'm feeling like Bruce Wayne. No fair ones, it's a group thing. Me and my ones never too same, nigga. You and me, yeah, going places, man, I'm talking about truthfully. I don't even know these faces, what they gonna do with we. We both on probation, man, I'm thinking about scrutiny. Oh, they hating, oh, they hating. We don't leave comments, just gift that. Leave a nigga whole head gift wrap. Walking with a pimp named Slipback. Split a nigga shit like a 6-pack. If she said she ain't cheating, that's big cat. If she sucked a nigga dick, that's big facts. And you took it back, why you did that? I mean, she stepped outside wearing mismatch. Wait, what do we have here? She's a doctor, shit is crystal clear. She was screaming, bust the chandelier. Had no rubbers, had to do it there. Grabbed her head, she took it on the chair. Had to take it there. I was ballin' this bitch. I'm talking like LeBron on the Cavaliers. I mean, I see no evil, hear no evil, yeah, we the evil. They talking shit, they outside the mansion, they shooting shit like the Weekends people. You see them people, we making movies. You missed the previews, they taking shots. You seen the sequels? Okay, I reloaded. How much is it worth? Don't you wanna know? She wanna test drive. That was real heroic. She wanted to flip the team. Now she do her always. Sitting on my lap. Now that's just wanna grow. Shorty, you and me. Going places, I'm talking about truthfully. I don't even know these faces, what they gonna do with we. We both on probation, man, I'm talking about scrutiny. Oh, they hating. Yeah. They hating, oh, they hating, oh, they hating.
Talk about it.
We in this bitch, AGS. You already know it's your boy,
AGS,
Mr. Snap. I am Thanos with my co-host, man. The Dakotas, man. Y'all know the man.
Romeo, you know what it is.
What the fuck is good, kid?
Yeah,
you know we gotta have a conversation because before, I felt like the dynamic with me and you works once I seen that whole Drake Kendrick shit, man. Once we had that little headbutt on one situation and one little stipulation of it, I say, yeah, man, me and Rome gonna have some conversations, man, in the future.
Most definitely.
Because the nigga is opinionated. He's not going to be biased or fall under that, oh, this my man, so I'm going to ride with whatever he says shit. He's not one of those guys. He's going to tell his truth. I'm going to tell my truth. And then, we find out the medium of that, man, and just, agree to disagree or disagree to agree. That makes sense. You know what I mean? But what's good, man?
Man, that ain't shit, man. Where we going, man? You see, we got movies out, we got music out.
Look, nigga, I was waiting a couple months for this joint, man. A couple months. That's what Marvel do, man. Y'all know, hence the name, man. You already know that I have to be some kind of fan of Marvel in some form of fashion, right? I guess everybody should know that. But yeah, I'm a big Marvel fan. I felt like Infinity War Endgame,
crazy.
It's not gonna get better than this.
Work of art. It's a work of art.
Bro, let's just talk about like how Infinity. We're gonna start here, right? Like, let's talk about how Infinity War, the first heroic movie where the bad guys win, nigga. You know what I mean? You see Thanos at the end planting the seeds and picking crazy looking flowers and shit. And the whole world, nigga, for a year, the whole world seen Spider-Man crying. The whole world seen Spider-Man was scared to die. You seen Black Panther dissolve. You seen
gotta deal with it.
Boy, a lot of people was going for a whole year, and then, but the thing was, I think the only thing that the little crush that everybody had in the situation was that, we know Wakanda, Black Panther 2 coming out. We know Spider-Man, Far Away From Home or No Way Home, whatever movie that was that followed up. We know these things are coming out. So how does this happen? Like, how do we get these guys back? And then I'm saying, to me, before Endgame came out, I'm like, man, there's no way, bro, unless they get a motherfucking time machine, bro. There's no way.
Right.
You feel me? There's no way they coming back unless niggas got a time machine. You can't beat Thanos without a time machine. Let's get that straight.
They did a lot of work. And it's a lot of intangibles that go into the whole process of getting to, turning back what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all lost.
Y'all lost, bro. Black Widow looking crazy. Hair different colors. She was looking crazy. You hear me?
Lost, gang. You know what I mean? Gotta take that L. You know what I mean? But because we live in a world where we live in, good guys gotta get they do.
They gotta
finish
last.
Yeah, like if I was a movie like producer or whatever, man, I would love to be able to make movies where like the bad guy wins, bro. Like because essentially most of the time, bad guy's story it start from somewhere that's like, yo, you created this. A
Right.
society, a community, somebody around created this. So whether it's deformity, whether it's mental something, you know what I'm saying, something being different. That's why it always, you know what I'm saying, turn into all right, word. Y'all don't want to fuck with me? I bet. We got something for all y'all niggas.
Right. It's some kind of like, I mean, I think they try to make some logic to, the madness of Thanos and shit in the series, man, of, you know what I mean, with it. But I felt like it was kind of crazy. Like, nigga, you really think you God, bro? Like, how you gonna make a point yourself to say we need to restore balance and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do it? Like, it was like Thanos was like the United States Army. It's like the nigga put his nose in everybody else shit. You feel me? And
Word. I
hey,
mean,
he going to, he going to Gamora planet. We gonna kill half of you green motherfuckers so y'all can eat later. Like, bro, mind your business. Mind your
man,
business, bro.
man,
What are you doing here, nigga? Stay on Titan. You take
man.
care of them purple motherfuckers. We let the green motherfuckers take care of the green motherfuckers, the brown and white and so forth, right? But man, anyway,
That
y'all see the
philosophy ain't
title,
never worked though. That philosophy ain't never
right?
worked
Yeah, I
before,
mean,
man. We come
real
from a
political,
history of
man.
conquering shit.
Hell yeah, real political, man. You seen shows like? Have you seen The Boys?
Oh yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit.
That's your shit.
I'm probably like two. Yeah, probably like two episodes back.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, once you get done with that, man, we'll be back, man, with that R&R, that real ninja
Yeah,
review. You know what I'm saying on that, because that's my show. That's like the only thing on television that I go out the way to look, be updated on, man. Shout out to The Boys, man, taking on some, like,
yeah,
I don't know, the plot armor and that shit is its own thing, man. Because like
man.
there's no way y'all could beat Homelander, bro. None
The
of y'all could beat
subject matter. You know what I mean? It's like
political.
the plot twist in there, along with just watching what's going on, and notice how deep that motherfucking shit is. It's crazy, bro. Like the boys be talking about some
They
shit.
be yo, and it's always one scene. There's always one scene every
Yeah,
episode. It's like, yo, y'all we doing that? This is what we're doing. You ain't
yeah.
get to that episode with the with Splitter, with that Splitter dude. The six, he turned it was like six of him and shit. You ain't get to that
Then
episode
talking
yet. I
like,
ain't gonna
hold
spoil.
up, which one? That's the one we talking about, the little centipede. The dude with
Yeah,
the
there
first
you
scene
go.
was
When you say,
crazy.
I was
Yeah,
waiting for you
yeah,
to say the
yeah.
word centipede, bro. Bro,
Nah,
it's
yeah,
always
yeah.
one scene in every
That was
episode that's
wild.
like that. That it's like,
That
yo.
started the episode off, bro. Like,
And then you remember the episode with Homelander when he went back to where he was raised and shit, and
yeah,
how he made dude pull out in front of everybody, and
yeah,
then he
yeah.
shot lasered this
Wow,
shit. Bro, it's
yeah,
always
wow.
the orgasm shit the heroes had, like where they had like a whole sex party and shit. I think it's season 2. Bro, like
No
these niggas,
ditties, no
they
ditties.
pushed they pushed that, yeah, but the
Wow.
little Ant-Man dude that was with his lover and shit, bro,
Yeah,
crazy shit. But anyway,
and
I'm
this
saying
shit
all
that be
that to
going on. It shit that be
hell
going
yeah.
on in real life type shit. It ain't just no far fetched
Yeah, the
fantasy shit.
politics, like the politics is in season 3. It's a lot of politics, man.
Yeah,
That's one thing I know, man. But
they
shit.
get
But
into it.
yeah. We leading that up to, man, to the whole reason why we here, man. If y'all checking the topic, man, like, share, subscribe, comment, wherever platform y'all on. We on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, man. Y'all fuck with y'all boys, man. Holla, pull up, man. Ask some questions. We definitely see it in the comments. But we here to talk about the movie of the summer, supposedly, right?
That's
The movie
supposedly.
of the motherfucking summer. Marvel is back. I think, between them series of the low keys and all that shit, cool. I really ain't paid too much attention to, but when
For
we get
real?
to these,
You ain't watched
yeah, I mean,
all?
I ain't watched all the Loki, man. They shit, that TVA shit kind of was throwing shit off for me a little bit. I think I made to watch maybe a mid season through the shit. I kind of chilled. So
Yeah,
I would
I
have to
ended up catching
recap
them
that.
joints on the, you know what I mean, hop up on the site. Shout out to the bootleg gang. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, I watched
And I
I
just started
watched
catching
Thanos
up on
Vision. I
all.
mean, Thanos
Man,
Vision. I watched WandaVision.
WandaVision was fire, but it's like it's knowing like in between, like them shit still connect to, you know what I'm saying, the whole shit. So like when I watch Loki, I'm like, okay, boom, you see like He Who Remains, like the
Yeah,
end, like boom, then
gotta
going
make
into the
sense.
next. Yeah, you making it make sense and going into the next one, just connecting them background dots. You know what I mean? So now
Mm-hmm.
Loki essentially, you know what I'm saying, holding the timeline together. You know what I mean? So now when they go into
Yeah.
these next sets of movies, you know what I mean? It's like,
It could make more sense, especially like for what the movie we got on hand today, where we talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, man.
fucking with the
Deadpool
timeline.
and motherfucking Wolverine. So I thought it was a good to do a recap on this joint, man, because you know I definitely watched it about 3-4 times. I think you did
Yeah,
too.
same man, same man,
So
same man.
and so like before I watched it, like I think like maybe 2 days before I was able to witness this movie, man, and collectively it was it's a certain blogger, man, that be putting out some reviews. You know, I'm definitely got to shout him out. I'm about to show y'all, you know, a little bit of footage from his actual review. This is what I seen. A spoiler alert, you know, if I haven't seen it, he definitely talks about some of the things in the shit. So we're gonna use that as our subject medium as far as like, you know, for y'all to get some looks of the movie and things that you might have not seen in every trailer or what this guy even got to say about it, man. So we definitely about to get into that, man. But yeah, man, setting it off, the movie, you know, it starts out, you know, with Deadpool, you know what I'm saying, and fucking and Logan's gravesite and shit, you know what I mean, to get the body up. How was you feeling?
Yeah,
I know what you said about the ending, but let's just talk about that part right there. Let's start out
yeah.
like how'd you like the beginning of the introduction of this movie?
I mean, like, so the second time I watched it, you know what I'm saying? I felt that I was all right with it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, how you gonna do this? I'm like, yo, you breaking the whole body up, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like real disrespectful with this shit. So
Yeah.
the second time I
Definitely,
watched
man.
it, you know what I mean? I'm just watching as it's being a part of the intro. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I thought that shit was dope. You know what I mean? Just little every piece was pretty much just
And then
broken
like the
down.
visuals of the like the production, who's behind it, the music and all
Yeah.
that, like showing that. Yeah, I think, you know, I think they keeping that same because you know it is coming from what Fox and then moving over to the MCU with this movie, this transition. But I think a lot of things Ryan Reynolds kept in here, like the theme of how Deadpool movies start. Remember the last one? He had like
Uh-huh.
the fucking the golden eye fucking James Bond type of shit where it was like black and white, and then it was like, and then he had the shit where he was like sitting and it was like mad bullets or something was raining on him while he was in the chair. I think that's like from I forgot what movie, man. Pardon myself for not remembering what movie that's from, but
Yeah,
it's like
a lot of
he take
action.
little bits and pieces from other things and implements it into like the introduction of his movies and shit with the Deadpool series and shit. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
man, yeah, I was trying to figure out how they gonna connect it to, because you know Logan did die in the Logan movie. Wolverine did die in the Logan movie. So,
Right.
but you know, in the MCU, man, as you can see that, like, you know, shit, you might fuck around and see Black Widow again. You know, you might
Everything
see
possible.
Loki. I think the younger Loki, the Loki that got away, and you know, when he took the Tesseract and disappeared, that Loki he could come back.
Yeah.
But the older, the present time Loki died though from Thanos. You know, when he snapped his neck. So, you know, I don't know like how that shit gonna work. Uh, but
Yeah, that
yo, man,
should be
yeah,
different.
beginning of this joint though, yeah, man, it's definitely solid, man. I'm gonna screen share in a minute, man, and just show you a little clip of my man. I just like how he breaks down you know, his videos and shit, man, as far as like, you know, what he's talking about and showing it, and just his narration is fucking is egregious, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know right now before we talking. I think that's what works for him though. You know what I'm saying? Like you get on
Yeah.
here, you get on YouTube, you see a lot of people, you know, real proper and common with their shit as far as how they narrating and talking about the video you watching. But this dude is
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, yo?
There you
Like he
go.
really go, he's very,
Yeah.
very passionate. So I was watching him, like I really got put on a demigod about like a video, actually like a, you know, a video, a game that I was going to download. I wanted to see what he had to say about it first. You know what I'm saying? Then actually it was Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad, he went the fuck in on them, bro. He's like, you motherfuckers, like he like really broke down what he didn't like about it, and then it's like it's not far fetched from any other game or what they would, you know, the experience on the game would be.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, all right, yo, this motherfucker really breaking this shit down, man. So we're gonna get into a little clip, man. We're gonna get into a couple minutes of that. We'll pause it and shit, man. Talk about, you know, just so he could recap me, you know, recap us on what the fuck, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
on what the fuck the movie had in it. Let me see. Let me share the screen real quick, man. Cause I do got that thing pulled up. We're gonna get into this shit here, man. We're gonna share that. Boom. Move you over here real quick so we can talk about it, man. So we can talk about this shit here, man. Let's get it. There we go. We good? You can see that?
Yeah. Yep. We on there.
Let's
And
go.
Wolverine was absolutely amazing. And do not listen to anybody, any goddamn person on this planet who tells you otherwise. I just got back from the Sydney premiere of this movie, and I realized I'm about to start glazing. I'm about to start meat riding this movie because it deserves all the
Wow.
Out the gate, out the gate, out the gate, man. My man said, "I'm about to
Paul,
start." I never heard somebody like
hey,
willingly
bro.
omits this, that they're going to glaze, they're going to ride a little bit.
Yeah,
He lets you
wow,
know.
that's wild.
I thought he was
That's
too cool to do
crazy.
that, but he did that anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Shout out
man.
to
Like,
Axum in here. I see you, Ax in the
what
building
up,
and shit,
Ax?
man. The action choppy montage in slow mo. Um, okay, so that's his take on it, man. Uh, who this right here? I don't know, man. I think that's too much to say in the comment, but shout out to you. Uh, bro, that man said I'm about to start glazing. And what kills me, look as
Out
you
the
can see the
gate.
title, bro. You see the title of the shit. He super clickbait me with this shit because I'm like, hold up, this is the first time I seen a review that was saying that shit that was like trash or like just a
Mm-hmm.
negative response to the movie. And bro, oh, okay, yeah, Hoodie Boy and his bitch. Hoodie Boy said, how you feel about Gambit? How you
Yeah, I
feel?
thought if we get it to it, yeah, I thought the shit was dope. Yeah,
Gambit
man.
wasn't
It's
bad, man. Channing
man,
Tatum playing Gambit wasn't bad. I think it was dope, refreshing, just to see new characters in the MCU, man. I was excited
man.
about it, man. So you see Gambit walk in, you see Elektra walk in, and you see motherfucking my man Wesley Snipes reprising the
Snipes
role as
walking in.
Blade and this shit. And it's so crazy because this shit is, Ryan Reynolds been in the game for so long, man, that you forget that he was in the Blades and shit. He was a super young motherfucker, and like he looked mad that he had the big ass beard and shit. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
was watching a clip of that the other day, like, damn, I forgot he fucked with this dude. So when Blade walked in and he was saying, I don't like you. And then he was like, you never did. That was
right.
because supposedly he didn't
Real
fuck with
fact.
him. They was having issues during the screen, the filming of the Blade shits and shit. So I thought that was kind of dope, man. Gambit,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. They say, that them Creoles and shit like that, like, it's hard to kind of hear, the dialect, like it's kind of hard to understand them when they talk. And I think that's my impression of Channing Tatum's version of Gambit, man, when he was
Yeah.
when he was speaking at first, I really didn't understand him. Like I had to really listen slower to understand what the fuck he was saying and shit. But I think
The
like visually, like he looks like that's a good Gambit, bro. I think he was a
fire.
good Gambit. Yeah.
Especially coming from like the popular opinion and putting the kind of like putting the power in the people's hands a little bit. Like, yo, Channing Tatum will make the perfect Gambit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Years of saying this, taking
Yeah,
his
he's supposed to
votes,
did
and then
a series or something, a movie or something. Like they said he was gonna film, like, but they never got to it. So this was his opportunity to, put him on a big screen. And I just think it's dope and exciting anytime we get
bad part.
there's a lot of these things happening in this movie that I feel like,
Especially with
these are the
personal
things.
issues, real life
Yeah.
personal issues involved too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And then just be like, yo, I got the freedom in this type of movie. Like, this ain't no like
To do whatever.
budget. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no like low budget ass movie on
Oh yeah.
who, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't one of them. Like, this is it's gonna do numbers movie. You want to be a part of these types of franchises type shit. So to be able to have the
Facts.
freedom
Who
to
turns down a
go,
Marvel movie?
come on,
Hugh
man,
Jackman said he would not do this shit no more, and he came back. And you remember
right
when
back.
he was sitting next to him, he was like with the skeleton, and he was like, "Yeah, for a big bag of Marvel cash, yeah," like using a
Mm-hmm.
little Australian accent and shit. So, so Hoodie Boy got another question, man. He said, "Who do you think would have been in the movie? I mean, who do you wish would have been in the movie, rather?"
Shit.
Who you think it was missing, man? To me, I think but we did get a glimpse of it, man, was because I kept hearing these speculations from New Rock Stars. Shout out to those guys. These are people that I'll watch for, like, anything Marvel and shit. They really break it down, Easter eggs and all that, be
Facts.
crazy. But he was like, they were saying that the Hulk and Wolverine fight was going down in this movie. So that little piece that we seen when the brown suit of Wolverine went, and then you see like the back of the Hulk and shit as he slaps Deadpool and shit. So to me, I was like, damn, I wish we could have got that fight though, like showed them fighting, like actual fighting for a minute. But it was like that wasn't even a cameo, low key, because you didn't even see Hulk face. You seen his face in Wolverine claws, and then you see like the back of him as he swings
Yeah.
and shit. And it was real brief and shit. Like if you like went to the bathroom during the montage of Deadpool finding this Wolverine that he finds in this movie, then you're gonna miss a
Yeah.
epic
You
part of the
definitely
whole
missed that.
fucking movie, bro. It's like it's one of the highlights to me. I feel like, especially the Henry Cavill Wolverine, which was
Yeah, that part
crazy,
dope. That's
fire.
dope.
Like even on a bootleg, you can hear the crowd like, "Oh shit, oh shit,"
Bird.
you know
It's
what I
like,
mean? So
damn, man, like you want to be Superman. It's crazy when you see how many people like the whole DC Marvel, like, you know what I'm saying, and then like, okay, somebody get played, and then like, boom, all right, well, this will really get them back. I
Right.
got one up for you.
Yeah, he said, I don't like how them guys was doing you down the street, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So like they really,
Come
and
on,
he this
man.
Fox too. He was telling Fox to suck it. Like, yo, Deadpool really pushed some barriers and shit. I mean, I appreciate the rated R. I appreciate it, man. Cause then I feel like Wolverine was supposed to now. I had a conversation with my little brother, man, like 2 days after he watched it, and he was saying something about, you know what I mean? He didn't like that Wolverine was cursing like this. And I'm like, bro, because you're used to that PG-13 X-Men.
I ain't gonna lie, he was going off. Like, you know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
going
Like,
off.
I was like, in my head, it was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? No, the kids gonna be watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, the kids love Deadpool.
Man,
So I'm
fuck
like,
them
damn.
kids. Nah, I'm just playing.
I'm like, damn, yo, like out the gate, he started with like 30 fucks. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of fuck yous and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, like that's, you know what I'm saying? You can't say
He took advantage of it for sure.
Yeah, man.
What I mean, you know, one of my favorite parts, like, you know, it's two scenes that I feel like Hugh Jackman did his thing incredibly well was when he cursed Deadpool out in the car, like, and he was talking like, "What up? You ain't got nothing else to say, mouth?" You know what I mean? That was funny as hell. Like, and then like the conviction he had, you really felt like, "Yo, man, yeah, I'm tired of your fucking mouth. You just running around. You a kid, bro. You're immature as fuck." That scene, and then the scene with shout out to Chris Evans, man, reprising his role as motherfucking Johnny Storm and shit.
Fire.
So, you know, the part where he Deadpool snitches on him, right? And he's telling, and then she skins Johnny Storm, and Wolverine's like, "The fuck, you just got him fucking killed, bro!" Like, you know, like the look on Hugh Jackman's face when he's like, "Yo, bro, like that, yo." I noticed, man, because I watched this movie numerous times, man. I noticed it was like Deadpool getting niggas killed in this movie, bro. Like, he got Johnny Storm killed. Like, he ain't had to do that. Like, why did he do that? I don't know. I guess he was like, then right after he got him killed, he said something about the budget. Like, we ain't got the budget to, you know what I mean, to have him in here that long anyway, right? So, okay, cool. Then it was the fucking, who else was it? It was the Nice Pool. The dude with the Ryan Reynolds character as Deadpool with the long hair. When all the Deadpools came out and they were shooting at him and shit, and he using him as a shield, bro. Then he was like, "How long does it take you? How long it takes to regenerate?" He's like, "Regenerate?" He was like, "Oh shit!"
And took his pistols.
Then he brought him back out, bro. He spent the block, and then, like, you know what I mean, lit his back up, and then he stands there for a minute. He's like, "Why are you stopping?" He's like, "Man," he's like, "I'm out of breath, man." You lazy with your legs. Some shit. He said some shit to that effect, bro. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. He just fucked him up. Then he did CPR on him. The man has no head. He has no head on his body, and Deadpool over there doing CPR on him, mad blood gushing out the neck, bro.
They wanted to strap. He wanted them gold straps. I mean, that's what.
And that dog, bro. He did that specifically for the gun and that ugly ass dog, bro. That was licking him all.
Hey,
in
look,
his
I was
mouth.
tripping like the first time. I was like, "Yo, is his tongue stuck out like that, or am I bugging?"
Bro, his shit was hanging out like this bitch had the whole shit hanging off the side of his mouth the whole time, and then he was like licking all in his mouth. I'm like, oh, this shit,
crazy,
bro. He talking while the motherfucker licking this shit up. I'm like, bro, that shit is gross, man. Let's get back into a little couple more seconds of this, man. See what he said.
Attention, it deserves the praise. Let me tell you why. And before I get into it, spoiler alert, I'm spoiling the hell out of this movie. So if you do not want to see that, click off right now, because in 3, 2, 1, I'm spoiling it. This movie is so badly what Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wishes that it could be.
I'm just changing this. I'm changing the
that it could be. It's probably what it thinks that it was. I'm normally not the type that likes all of this multiverse BS, but the way
my bad. I had to, I just want to, there we go. So
in this movie, may I just say, it is the best multiverse movie I have ever seen. Forget about Into the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse, all this kind of stuff. Across the Spider-Verse, Deadpool and Wolverine did this shit so goddamn perfectly. Let me just tell you, off rip.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. So, how do you feel about that statement right there, man? How you feel about that statement right there?
I mean,
my man said this is the best fucking MCU movie, period. He said this is better than Infinity War, better than Endgame. How you feel about it, man?
Nah, it's not the best. It's not the best.
I think it's up there, bro. I think it's up there, though. I think it's up there, man.
It's like,
based off the characters alone.
like I said, like to me, you know what I'm saying? You got like, especially like you throw Black Panther in there and how powerful Black Panther was, like the fight scenes, you know what I'm saying, in itself, building up to get to the main boss battle, you know what I'm saying, and then the victor and what's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying, how it come together, like them Captain Americas was crazy, them Iron Mans is crazy, like you know what I'm saying, like this is fire for other
So what's your
reasons.
favorite?
It's
What's your
fire.
favorite? Let me ask you that.
I probably can't pick just
What's your
one.
number one?
You know what I'm saying? I
Okay,
probably can't pick just one.
top three MCUs. And y'all in the comments, man, y'all sitting there viewing in, man. Comment below, man. Let us know what's your favorite MCU movie. Did Deadpool and Wolverine meet its expectations?
That's just
Go
crazy.
ahead, think on. You can ponder on that, man. Ponder on
Trying to
that.
think, bro, because that Winter Soldier was fire. But that
Winter
Civil
Soldier was
War, you know
good.
what I'm saying? Like that Civil
Civil War,
War,
bro. Yeah.
Civil War is
Civil War,
crazy.
Infinity War, Endgame. To me,
They
these
look them three is crazy.
those three is
bro.
like biblical in the MCU. Like it's significant
Perfectly
shit
done.
going on there.
Perfectly
Yeah.
done, bro.
So as far as
Perfectly
standalone,
done.
being that I think maybe is it safe to say like Avengers is a group, is a collaborative thing. You know what I mean? So the Infinity Wars and games, we already know that these shit should be held, and I think the Civil War too. Like I feel like the Civil War shit. I feel like that's low key like Avengers 2.0 or 2.1 or whatever. It's like it's kind of like the in between Avenger movie. It has all of them and Spider-Man in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like come on, like to me that's the best Captain America movie is Civil War. Like I don't
That's
think the other ones really fucking with that because of the cameos and everybody that's in the movie.
It's hard to go against the cameos. Like it's real, especially if you talking about like surprises and shit like that. Shit ain't spoiled. And then if you know a little bit about either comics or just watching the cartoons and shit like that, so it's like and you see certain shit, you know what I mean? It shit might get you a certain type of way. Like, oh, that's fire. Like they got them in there. Or if you know the contract or deal and shit like that. So especially seeing Spider-Man over that motherfucker, like, you know what I mean?
That first appearance and shit.
Yeah. Like I think it's gonna be that same way when they get into X-Men versus Avengers. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be that same way.
That shit gonna be crazy. I mean, the line of the setup, man, is looking like it's gonna be phenomenal, man. Because as being a fan of just live action superheroes, man, like started with Christopher Reeves, man, rest in peace, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like you just seeing, I remember as a kid watching fucking Superman 2 and just seeing, I think when they was on the fucking so you remember, so he was fighting inside of them niggas, they was like on a yellow cab, they was on and then just the leather red boots, just the glimpse, the boots just looked at like this shit just organically, man, was like the visuals of seeing this in real time, like seeing the actual. That shit was fire, bro. Like, as a kid, I was a big fan of
all them Supermans, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He fought the bad Superman and shit in the little in the junk joint.
As hell, look drunk as hell.
Superman had the 5 o'clock shadow and shit.
Yo,
shit was crazy,
twisted.
Nigga, suit was dingy as hell. His shit was dingy, bro. Like Superman had the bright clean, like he had the Clorox, Clorox with colors on his shit.
He was at his low. He was at his lowest.
I was at bars picking up bras at bars and all that. Superman was, I could fly. Your nigga can't fuck with me. I could fly, ho.
Type shit,
you might want to get with a leader. You know what I'm saying? Of the free world. But yeah, man. So going into this movie, man, your man was very excited about it. He had me sold on it. Like, he said this is the best shit. Now, is that a reach? Possibly, man. Possibly. Like I still put it. I think it's my top 3 though. I think it made definitely in my top 5 for sure. It's definitely top 5 for sure. But I feel like it possibly could be in one of them 3, bro. Like it could get that at 3rd. I don't want to say it's better than Endgame or Infinity War because just the significance of everything going on in it. It was a lot of mess in
like
Deadpool.
Ragnarok was fire to me.
Ragnarok was good. I think that's my favorite Thor joint.
You know what I'm saying?
But these is like collabs, like the things you named.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of these
had another.
shits are collabs, man. Like,
all right, so this is my thing. Deadpool
Guardians of the Galaxy, though. Like
Deadpool and Wolverine versus Ragnarok. You feel like I don't think Ragnarok. I think it was good in its time. I don't know, man. I think this might have some longevity to it, man. But I don't know, man. Like,
I mean,
Ragnarok was good, but was it? Was that Deadpool and Wolverine was good? Was it the Ragnarok good or better?
Man, that's a tough one. I don't want to jump the gun on that. You know what I'm saying? Because
See, it's up here with these elite standout
yeah,
movies because you got to
and it's
think
up there
all
for
the
other.
Thors
It's
wasn't
up there
good,
for
bro.
other reasons. Because even Ragnarok is up there, but Hulk is involved. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like that
So
shifts a lot of the.
standalones, yeah, we
That's
talking
that,
the
that
standalones.
it shake a lot of these movies up because like some of them do got collabs in them, and depending on the collaborative character, you know what I'm saying, that shit makes a fucking difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wolverine make a difference in that Deadpool. You
Oh
know what I
hell
mean?
yeah, hell yeah, man. So I think a lot of people probably didn't, even people that didn't see 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Seen this shit, it was like they didn't know everything going on because like to me, I don't even really remember the part where he brought old girl back to life.
Mm-hmm.
So I even watched Deadpool 2 probably a week prior to watching this movie just so I could be like knowing where he left off at. But I don't
Yeah.
remember him bringing I know he used the fucking cables time shit, but I didn't see what he did after that shit. You know what I mean? So, but this
Yeah.
movie starts out and he's at the house. It's his birthday. He got Colossus there. Old girl with Stegosaurus. What's her name? Stega Electronic Ultimatum. I don't know. It's
Type
the girl
shit.
with the little, the girlfriend. It's the girl with the girlfriend. Stegasonic. That shit is like Stegasonic or some shit like that. Anyway, it's like 9 individuals that are close in Deadpool's reality. And old girl, she don't even fuck with him. She got another dude. Like she like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
dating, I'm seeing some
Oh,
motherfucker.
separate.
So I'm like, yo, what happened? It's a disconnect to me right there with as far as their relationship. What happened after her getting killed in the beginning of Deadpool 2 to this. So I think it's
Mm.
somewhere I missed something. I dozed off. I went to the bathroom. Somehow I didn't see this important part where how the fuck she get back here.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's just me though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's
Um,
a little bit about shit, man. And then to throw about it, to throw some shit in there too. I fuck with Age of Ultron too, though. Like
Age of Ultron, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Age of Ultron, like Ultron was a motherfucker, bro.
He was loading up on their ass, bro. Like
Real,
jumping
no
around and
strings
shit.
on me was crazy. Like
But it was like the ending of that too was kind of crazy though. It was like they was like picked up a whole island or some shit. Like remember it was like the whole thing with
yeah,
the it'd be some
yeah,
extreme crazy shit going on in the MCU. That's for sure. So I
word,
mean, I
yeah,
think we both can agree, man. When we talking about the ending of this shit, man, it was I think that's probably the only part I agree with you on. I don't know about everything else yet. You know what I mean? Till we
yeah.
have a
I still got
conversation
definitely
about
get
it.
that.
But
Yeah,
the ending, I agree. I feel like not the greatest ending as far as like that final fight with the boss, right?
yeah,
You watch an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours of this MCU story, and then it's always like a big final fight right at the end before the good guys win. So this one right here, pretty epic. It was still epic in its own way, but it was no physical fight between Deadpool and Wolverine and Cassandra Nova or whatever. So
yeah,
but like I was telling you over the phone, man, I felt like, yo, man, how they wouldn't been able to beat her. The
yeah.
dude fucking they stabbed her. He grabbed her by the neck. You know
That
what I mean?
part, yeah,
Only
like he
time they
lifted,
really had
yo,
a hope, bro.
he lifted her the
Oh,
fuck up, bro.
bro, yeah, he thrust it through her with his blade, with
Word.
his adamantium
And
claws
then,
on.
and speaking of
She
that
laughed
shit,
at him.
Joe,
She laughed, bro.
you remember when he did that shit to Deadpool? You know what I'm saying? The beginning, right? Because it was a couple little joints in there. I was really
Where he do that?
like
Hmm.
when he lifted Deadpool up. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Paul was like when he was like behind, but Deadpool thought he did some shit to him. Then he had his claws in his side and he lifted him up, right? At that point, I was thinking, I'm like, yo, do he know if he regenerate or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? He definitely, if he ain't regenerate, he definitely just killed him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he'd have died
saying?
for sure.
So
Like,
then
oh
boom,
yeah,
he come back and then like he got the you know what I'm saying,
the
animation like
swords in him.
his soldier says animation like so he's stabbing him through the chest and shit. And I'm like, so if he penetrate and this shit going straight through it in the heart, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here?
There you go. Okay, so when we break down the science of this shit, because you remember, like, I think it was like when he got shot with the adamantium bullet in the head, that put him out. You know what I'm saying? He was down for a minute till that shit popped out his head or whatever, and then his brain
Mm-hmm.
regenerated, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool, let me think. Was it moments where, like, I know he got ripped in half, Colossus ripped him in half, and then he had to grow a new bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he blew himself up, to pieces. And that, I don't know how he came back together after that. But I think that same situation with the gasoline shit and Deadpool 2 is the same shit. Like at the end of this one, like because it looked like they disintegrated.
Yeah.
Like they blew up, and then like a few minutes go by, then they walking out the room, clothes still intact. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's what
crazy.
like nigga, you can regenerate, but how your clothes are still together like this?
Yeah, word. That's the
These are
Hulk.
little
That's
little
that's the
loopholes.
Hulk putting his clothes back on. Like after this shit's ripped. Like where you get
Yeah,
your
like
clothes from,
nigga,
man?
So I think he said something about like he got some purple stretchy pants, and that's how
Yeah, it's like
he
as time started going on, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's
figured
a
it out. Cause
mess.
he was
Like there's a
naked. He
way,
wound up
there's a
naked
way they
in a
had,
lot
yeah,
of
there's
shit.
a way they had to express, you know what I'm saying, had to explain that shit, you know what I'm saying? From the like,
Right.
hey, I ain't got nothing, I just naked out here. So it's like, yo,
Right.
if y'all just combusted, you know what I mean? We kind of what's going on.
Keep him a little clothed up, man. Yeah, so that's an interesting thing, man. Because the fights, the fighting, man. Let's talk about that for a second, man. I
It was
think it's
dope.
dope choreography as far as the action go, like the fighting, the
Thanks.
actual fight, and I think that's what kind of did it for me. With like, remember when Superman and Batman versus Superman came out? It was like you to go from that, and then you go into I think Infinity War came out after that. And it was just like I remember just seeing like Black Widow fighting and shit, and it was just the fighting was so crazy that I was like, damn, they kicking DC ass as far as the choreography of fights in this motherfucker.
Thanks.
That's the difference. A big difference between DC and Marvel, I think, is the action in it, right? So yeah, man, the action is crazy, but you made a good valid point, man. As far as like, okay, we get that y'all regenerate, but how the fuck is he doing this to you and you doing this to him, and niggas is not chilling the fuck out and waking back up like type shit? Because they was going
Yeah.
for vital shit, bro, in this movie.
There, like that shit went straight through him. You know what I'm saying? But it was a point in that fight that, like, when I really got into the movie, there was a point in the fight where, like, you know what I'm saying, Wolverine get down. You know what I'm saying? A little fight scene. So I was like, oh shit, I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? This is the first movie where he like got into an actual fighting style and a fighting stance. It wasn't just stand up fighting boxing with claws. You know what I'm saying? I might stab
Right.
you. This
Yeah,
one,
they
he actually
definitely got
had.
Wolverine-ish. They got their Wolverine on,
Yeah,
bro.
like, and then I don't know if you, I'm saying, I don't know if you remember the arcade days, but like, I remember playing Marvel versus Capcom. You know what I'm saying? Picking Wolverine. It's a move he got called like the Berserker Claw. The
Yeah,
Berserker
when he do
Claw
that
shit, where he
attack
like,
like
when he
3 of them shit.
spin,
Oh, that
like,
shit.
yeah, he did that shit in the movie. And I was like, oh, that's fucking fire. That's dope. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that whole Deadpool Wolverine versus the Deadpool scene alone, bro, just like it was dope. To see this motherfucker put the mask on. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah,
Epic
fire.
shit, like what I
Dope
mean. I'm
ass
like,
mask
yo,
too. Dope mask.
yeah.
It wasn't
It could have
bulky.
come a little bit, maybe a
Okay,
half an
yeah.
inch closer to the skull, because like it was one scene where he was talking to Deadpool, and I seen, after watching this shit 3 times, I really like, man, it's kind of hanging off his head a little bit too
See him a
much, a
little bit.
little
Yeah.
bit, but man, it was just a great visual, man, to see him. My favorite scene of him with this mask on is at the end of that Deadpool fight when they jump off the back of the bus in that slow mo, and he's like this, and
Yeah.
boy,
Fire.
that shit was like,
Fire.
that's the beginning.
Fire.
That's some shit like you start a video game with that, some shit
Yeah.
looking like that. Like that was
Marvel got to
fire.
get one of them type of shots per movie. It don't matter what the character is. They're gonna get that shot right there.
Yeah, like I think one of the Avengers, man. Remember when they was like all fighting in the beginning, and then like it was a scene where they all was jumping across, and that shit
Yep.
was beautiful. Like just to
Yep.
see these are the things that a fan would want to see in a cinematic hero movie, live
Even
action
when
shit.
they had like the Iron niggas that was rocking with Iron Man, niggas rocking with Cap. Like everybody had a peer matchup. You know what I'm saying? When they
Right,
clashed, and
where
then
it made, yeah.
that was the shot. You know what I'm saying? Fire. Like
Hell yeah. Then when Wolverine, when he not Wolverine, but Cap versus Winter Soldier. No, Iron Man versus Cap and Winter Soldier at the same time. They jumping with Iron Man, right? And they had a little face off, him and Cap, where they shits collided or some shit. No, I think it was
yeah.
another one. Where was it? It
Which
was
one are you talking about?
Nah, because remember, it was one scene with in Civil War. It was one scene with Captain America and Iron Man where they kind of like they
face
did
to
this.
face. Talking about in the
Yeah.
where they first started fighting, and what's the name got face to face, and
Yeah, and they kind of like they shits clashed together, and it was like a big ass like, and then
yeah.
it
I
like
think he was
went to
trying to
another
blast
scene.
him with the. I think he was trying to blast him with the beam, and I think he had the shield up or some shit like that.
Yeah, like they get these dope ass visuals like that in every one. Like I'll get what you're saying, but yo, man, the fighting was crazy. I think the Sabretooth shit, like everybody, I don't know, everybody called that, man. I was watching like a lot of motherfucking because I was just excited about just to see what the fuck is going on, what they talking about, and they were saying that as far as that goes, you know how they was the Sabretooth battle, the
Saber
Sabretooth
tooth
fight.
fight, yeah.
Because initially, the motherfuckers was speculating that he was actually about to fight the Hulk. He already killed him, and he was about to fight the Hulk. That's what the new rock stars and them say. So they got that all fucked up. But they were saying that, yo, like, this ain't a fight. They gonna run to each other, and he gonna chop Sabretooth head off ASAP. And that's it. It's a wrap.
That's
And that's what
crazy. They
happened.
called that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they called that one though. They was like, yo, that fight ain't gonna be no fight. They're gonna run into each other, and he just gonna swipe his head off, and that be it. And that's what the fuck, bro. I was like, damn. Cause Deadpool was setting up this fight, bro. He's setting up like, man, we've been waiting decades for this fight. And there's no fight. It's like Mike Tyson, bro, like in his prime, bro, when everybody was excited to see Mike Tyson do this fight, and then 30 seconds later they get a fight over, bro. What the fuck?
Man spent a bag to be in the building.
That was crazy though, man. Like that shit. Yeah, like worthy. They ain't had no really worthy ops, man. Outside of Cassandra, man, being this, Professor Xavier's twin sister. I really ain't know too much about her to this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't know
it's the same thing. Like she at that point, she's on top. You can't do nothing to her, type shit. Like, so how you supposed to defeat that?
You remember the first encounter, bro? When they first encountered her and she put Wolverine down in the dirt and slid that nigga to the side, I'm like, oh, it's
take that out.
Bro.
I'm like, oh,
what do we do? There's nothing you can do with her, bro. Like,
and then like she ain't even really fuck with niggas' brains like that, like she could have. So that's why I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, y'all got my hand in your brain right now. I could fuck you up right now.
The visual was crazy though, like with her fingers coming through their face and all that shit.
She dragged nobody
she was
by his brain. She dragged nobody.
Like, come here, like that was crazy. So I'm like, yo, she definitely powerful, but I'm like, yo, the fight, man, could have been better between them two and her, like. But I don't see no way they could have did it. Like, how you gonna beat somebody who could just mentally move you the fuck around? So
I guess at first I'm like, how they about to beat all the you know what I'm saying? They're not about to beat all the Deadpools. You know what I'm saying?
I guess none of them had the skills as the Deadpool Prime.
Yeah, and then it's like, then that comes out as some type of, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I guess. You know what I mean?
They run through them and all of them. So it's crazy. This is my thing. Like, so Nice Pool don't regenerate, but every other Deadpool regenerated.
Yeah. Crazy.
That was crazy. So it's like little funny things like that I guess.
And then the whole fight, and then the whole shit stopped. Like everybody, nobody in all these realities, none of them changed. Like he was attached to them in every reality.
Oh, you talking about the Peter?
Yeah, Peter was attached to them in every reality. So all these universes, you know what I mean?
They say it's a Peter in every universe. It's a best friend Peter in every universe to them, I guess. Yeah.
I'm like,
so and he was able to call the dogs off on that. So I mean, I guess like when we looking at it, we like speculating and shit like on that type of angle, we going to see these things. These are things I'm just noticing during our conversation about the little loopholes and shit that they use to get around certain shit. Man, they definitely did that in this movie.
Yeah, so, and it's like if you don't pay attention to it. Yeah, it's like if you don't pay attention to it, there ain't gonna be nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Just watching the movie, but. Like when you
if you really want to like make this shit all super logical, then you can really break it down. But if you just want to enjoy a good movie that's funny and got good fights in it and some kind of storyline that's going to develop to the next movie, the Secret Wars and all of that shit. How you feel about the Robert Downey Jr. shit?
I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You think that's a good look?
I mean, like for me, it opens up a different conversation for me because I feel like my man Jonathan Majors was like really shifting the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was at like the height of being at the top of this shit, bro, acting wise, bro.
So you liked him as Kang?
Yeah, man, he was killing that shit, bro. And then like the shit was already lined up, you know what I'm saying, for him already beaten. You know what I'm saying? Boom, it's like 3 more joints that's already. So he ain't even really dug into that part yet. You know what I mean? And then I feel like they could have had an opportunity, Disney, you know what I'm saying? Could have had an opportunity to like, you know what I'm saying? We see what's happening. You know what I mean? We see the video, we take your side or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Innocent till proven guilty type shit.
Right.
And when you got Disney money, bro, I feel like they could have, you know what I'm saying? They could have had my man back. And
This
you know what
is
I'm saying? Just as far as just loyalty, like, yo, we gonna rock out with you. We invested in you to be a part of this franchise in a big major way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, on top of that, and then being, you know what I'm saying, one of our top black actors type shit. And that type of role, you know what I mean, is important. You know what I mean? Like right now to carry that throne. So now we lose that, we right back to where we was at. You know what I'm saying? We down a couple already. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that shit was huge. So now when that shit happens, you don't have a Disney. Like I felt like Disney could have had his back, and like that shit would have been nothing. They'd be like, nah, we got it. Whatever your resources you need, because this is your job. This is how you get paid. Like you know, saying me in reality. Maybe you ain't nobody too rich to be, you know what I'm saying, to not have it. So yo, we got your back, whatever representation to prove your innocence. You know what I'm saying? Because boom, instead of that, that whole shit gets canceled until, you know what I'm saying, maybe later on,
yeah, but
whatever the
all right.
case.
So let me ask you this: to play devil's advocate to all that you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about the Ant-Man shit, bro?
What you mean?
His you know, him being that the villain in Ant-Man and how they beat him. So that was the thing to me. I think, you know, if you
I
don't
like.
watch Loki, if you don't watch Loki, so you don't really see him in that, like, you know, the last episodes of the Loki shit. I just know like the little clips I've seen, but I know that he was in that shit, right? But if you
Word.
don't see that and you just see him in the what's that shit called? What was the last Ant-Man Wasp joint? It was some shit. It was like a
What's that?
long ass
Quantum
word.
Mania, some shit like that?
Yeah,
Quantum
Quantum
yeah.
Mania. So that. That I don't know, man. It was like kind of like okay, like it wasn't really like. See, this is my thing. You know, I got to compare every super villain in the MCU
Bird.
to Thanos, bro. Got to
Word.
compare them to the level of Thanos. Thanos is a real threat. This nigga, you seen this motherfucker fight Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor? They jumped him, and they
Let's
was getting
go.
their ass whipped.
Getting handled.
The Hulk snuffed him. He got
Handled.
his ass knocked out. Like this is a problem. I mean, we're not
Handled.
talking about a bunch of magic either. Like, you know, before the stones, he was fucking niggas up. So
Nah.
you know what I mean. To
Before the
go from that to
stone.
Kang, bro, I don't know. That was the thing that made me kind of look at. Regardless, yes, you know, salute to him. You know, being who he is to get this role. Like it's a great thing on the resume. Great resume builder. But come on, the Josh Brolin Thanos to that, bro, is a decline to me as far as level threat.
But it's like it's different
Ant-Man beat
character.
him, bro. Ant-Man and the Wasp beat him.
I think it's different character range though. You know what I'm saying? I think like we would have seen in like these Kang movies, like which would have been solely because like none of these have been directly toward like Kang shit. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like going into these points where like now we would have got to understand to see the character range and all of these different Kangs that he's playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was able to just like the acting range in it, you know what I mean? To be able to tap into this character's like this was like this. He who
The
remains is
variant, you
like
talking about
this.
the variants and
Different
shit.
variants, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you said you didn't see Loki, but like he who remains, you know what I'm saying, as the character is just like, yo, I'm trying to avoid all that and just be boom and have this shit be, you know what I'm saying, be straight. I don't want none of the bullshit. I'm tired of it all. That's his thing. You know what I mean? So now once you take him out, now you get these other Kangs who have their other, you know what I'm saying, aspirations and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think he didn't have his opportunity to get his shit off. You know what I'm saying? Thanos was straight to the point with what, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I
But
mean?
it
We
took
have
a
already
long
been,
time.
it been building up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
like
I was saying. Like it
5-6
was
years.
a big build up to Thanos, like to us seeing him moving around and doing shit. And then how he did it, like, you know, they started off what was that Infinity War? Like, you know, he on the on Thor's ship and shit like that, and he already fucked them up. Like it's like
Chilling.
they walking us in midway through this fight already. Like, yo, he'd already came on here and fucked up all these motherfuckers, Asgardian motherfuckers. Thor damn near knocked the fuck out. Low key put, you know, they sneak Hulk in there. Hulk get laid out. These niggas got to send him away for, you know, to save his life. You know what I mean? Old boy, they open up the gates and shit. Idris Elba's character, Heimdall.
Did him
There you go.
dirty. Did him dirty. Look,
Heimdall, you got
I
Heimdall
was
the fuck
tight.
out of here.
I
He
was
said,
tight,
yo.
bro.
And my boy was like, he did this shit so smooth because, you know, Thanos was like, man, he like, that wasn't wise. That was not smart for you to do. You know what I
Get
mean?
him up out of
And
here.
just, stuck the fork in that nigga and twisted the bitch. Like it was a rap. The nigga eyes dimmed out. The killing that Thanos did, you know,
Hey, look, the just pure carnage, bro. Straight
bro,
destruction,
like he
man.
was
Like,
fucking shit. He was fucking his daughters up, bro. He threw his daughter off a cliff. The other one, he pulled her ass apart. Thanos was a motherfucking problem. You hear me?
fucking
So the
savage,
level of
bro.
villain, you got to
Nasty.
match this. I'm thinking this Galactus is their last hope you know, he's the only thing that I can see that this nigga, because he's scary.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you look out your window and you see eyeballs, and it's this nigga looking at you,
that's a fact.
looking in
That's a
your
fact.
house, and his head is bigger than your house. Like, that's
But the
scary.
part about that part comes the fucking the loophole in the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Galactus want to, man, hey man, get that shit out of here. That whole shit gone. Squash it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could do that, right?
If you know what I'm saying. So now when you make it into a movie, you know what I'm saying, you get Thanos, he trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom, by attaining what he need to. There's resistance for that shit. So now if there's not a resistance that, you know what I'm saying, Galactus gotta go through, you know what I mean, which is
How we
not the
gonna do
you.
that? Who's gonna
How's he
fuck
do
with
that?
him? Captain Marvel? Like, who's gonna fuck up Galactus, bro?
You
Like,
know
who's
what I'm
gonna fuck
saying?
his up for
And
real?
somehow
Cap?
they're gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying? Just like even with you seen what was that shit called? The Eternals.
Yeah.
All right, so like boom, now you look at Eternals, like boom, we got these big ass motherfuckers. Like when Arishem was about to come to the John, and like, hey, you see me, you
Right.
ain't seen my
Right.
whole shit. I'm looking at you from way the fuck somewhere the fuck else. If I want to take this whole shit out, I can take this out. But y'all stop. You know what I'm saying? A whole power coming through. You know what I'm saying? About to burst that whole shit in half. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how do you attain that size? You know what I'm saying? Is Galactus about to shrink the fuck down? Hell no.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, bro. That's the only way they're going. Like, I don't know, man. It's nobody big like that. What you gonna get Ant-Man? That might be how
Man.
Ant-Man died. You know what I'm saying? Like, he died as a big giant, but he ain't that big. I mean, Galactus way bigger than that.
Yeah.
He's like
That's straight up.
planets, like he's like a grab planets and suns and moons and shit. So I don't know, bro.
Oh shit.
But like, yeah, like I said, the threat level of Thanos to any of these other guys is a significant difference to me. So that's the thing. Is like they're not as scary as this dude is, and you know this motherfucker is. He gives no fucks, bro. Like, he killed his own family. Look at the fucking the vision death when he, you know what I'm saying? Oh, bitch, oh, you thought you did that, huh?
You thought you was fired.
Let me rewind the
was
time on this
fired,
nigga.
man.
Brought this nigga back to life. He breathes again. As soon as he gets a gas, grab this motherfucker whole
Grab that
head, bro, and
shit.
just pull
Give
the
me
shit
that.
out. No problem.
Give me that.
Color
Like,
faded from Vision. He went to a
ooh,
lighter,
and
a
back to
darker
black and
shade.
white.
Bro, that was
Yeah, bro,
crazy. And then
man.
dropped them like
Man,
a sack of potatoes, bro. And them cat was
man, it
laying
ain't
on
even
the ground
matter.
like, yo.
It ain't matter.
They was like, yo, what happened? Like, nigga,
Man.
Vision ain't
And
got
it's
no
like I want to
motherfucking.
see that shit be. I want to
His
see
whole
that
head
shit be
missing.
the final. I want to see that shit be the ending. Like no good guys come back. Like, hey man, Thanos
That's
won,
it.
destroyed every last what you got. I'm about to kill you. I'm about to stab you with this. I'm about to punch the fuck out of you. Like,
Right.
what do you think you doing? Like, come on, man.
That
Like,
was my whole thing, bro. Like, when I was like, and I still got an interest in, film creating and shit. And I was like, yo, man, like if I was ever to make like a hero movie, I would make a movie where it be this, we building up this hero all summer and shit. Then the shit releases, and then like the hero die like 20 minutes in the movie, and then everything else is just fucked up.
the
Like,
fucked up
that'll
shit.
fuck
Fuck
up somebody's
everything.
head, bro. To see a movie like, yo, damn,
Yeah.
that's it, and you just
I
leave it
thought
there
this
like,
movie. That's what's crazy. That's what Game of Thrones did to me. Like first episode, and I was like, "Damn, I'm watching this motherfucker," and then start get his head chopped off. Spoiler: niggas ain't watch Game of Thrones,
early. Oh yeah,
right?
'cause I ain't seen it.
And like I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, "Damn, I'm watching this shit because I'm familiar with him playing kings and shit like that."
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so it's a
So
major
like.
character.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like from like just Lord of the Rings and just like little types of movies like that. You know what I'm saying? He always played them shits dope as fuck. So I'm like, oh shit, he a king. All right, bro, let me see what's going on. Oh shit. So he not even the main, you know what I'm saying, shit going on. So that shit it has this way to fucking draw you in, bro. But that shit throw you off balance. Like, oh, hold on, that good guy going. What the fuck going on? What's the story about?
So what happened? So what did they do?
Oh no, like now, like he pop up in like flashbacks and shit like
Oh,
that. But
so
it's like, yeah, he pop in flashbacks and shit like that. But it's like now he gone, you know what I'm saying? Now, like where he was ruling over and the information that he knew, you know what I'm saying, now faded with him. So now the truth that needed to be unveiled still had his own shit in this quote unquote the Game for Thrones type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like too much, you know what I mean? You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You could rule, yeah, like you possibly ruin this whole fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? What you know.
Yeah, because
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
saying the boys like episode 4 of season 1, they kill Homelander. Like, really, what's
Mm,
going to happen moving forward? Like, I think they can still keep it going, but Homelander is such a the plot armor of this whole fucking video of this whole
yeah,
series, like they just really built off. It was like fucking taking Steve Urkel off of the Family Matters. Like, bro,
yeah.
like y'all fucking you moving backwards now. Like he's keeping people engaged with this whole shit for real, for real. No
For
matter
real,
how
for
much
real.
you hate him, you hating him makes it a great show because you want him to, and he's scary because you know this bitch. He's Superman without the no kryptonite form.
No
You got no
cap on
kryptonite for this
it.
one. So what are we gonna
No
do?
cap. Hey,
Only
look,
kryptonite
man.
he got is his father, bro. Fucking Soldier Boy. That's his only
I
kryptonite
mean,
for real.
between that shit and the breast milk, you know what I'm saying? With everything he got for
Yeah,
titties,
and then
like,
it's just weird. Like, yeah, we was spying on bitches through walls and shit. He's doing the most, bro. Like,
yeah, he be
one of the parts
tweaking.
with that shit, man. Like, and one of my shit, recognizable parts is that part when he and they even added in the Mortal Kombat fatality form on the new Mortal Kombat is the part when he the plane shit. When he went up there that
Yeah,
the first time, not the time when him and Maeve went up there and they was trying to
yeah.
save the people, but
That,
that
that
first
shit
time
was
with the
fun. That
kid,
shit was hilarious.
I was like, that's fucked up. Like that kid was sitting there and they looking, he waved it like, you know how Superman like to look at you and wave while he's and
Oh,
wave while he flying by, like wink at you and shit. He
word.
does this and then he kills like
Split
blows the
that
plane
bitch
up,
in
bro.
half. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up, bro.
Vicious, bro. And then like
Fucked up.
I feel like he could have saved them people on that other plane, bro. I feel
Duh,
like he
hey,
could have
look,
saved them. He didn't even
that's when
try,
I
bro.
knew. That's when I knew he was different. Like as a character, watching that shit, like it was shit where he was landing and they were like, "Man, we're having trouble." He was just beaming motherfuckers. But like when he was like, "Nah, Nave, we out, man. We can't say it. I
He like, we
can't.
can't, nah, it's too many of them.
I'm not even trying, bro. They gonna die."
Right, like he ain't even try to like say these people, or she like we could fly them off one by one, or like at a time and get before the
Nah.
plane crash. He like, nah, ain't nobody trying to do all that shit.
I'm like,
You
damn,
just
how
on
many
some
times we
lazy
seen
shit,
Super? I'm like, how many times we seen Superman fly underneath the plane, grab that bitch, you know what I'm
helicopters,
saying,
whatever it is,
and
buildings.
land that bitch to wherever. He's like, nah, I'm not doing none of that.
He's like, yeah, he was just about to, like self, bro. Like and now we getting to it. That shit's coming to a head now. Where like now it's the Supes versus these other people now. Like they
Yeah,
like, yo, fuck, we don't need y'all. I think one of them last episodes when they was running through the building, killing everybody on that list and shit, and they was looking for that lady who be managing and shit.
trying to
I
take
was like, damn, that
everything
shit
down.
getting ugly, man. But yeah, man,
Word.
back to the topic at hand, man. For those that's tapped in, man, shout out to y'all that pulled in and checking
Shout
the
out to
live.
everybody out there.
Man,
Word.
we were talking about it, man. You heard it from here, man. Like if y'all ain't went out and seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet, man, y'all tripping. Especially if
Definitely
you
go
watch
see
more
that.
MCU shit, this one of those, man. I don't know how
Go
people feel
see
about
it. Pull it up. Whatever you gotta do.
it.
You know
Yeah,
what
go
I'm
see it, go pull it up, man. However you find it, how you find it, man.
saying?
You
It's
heard
easy to
it.
find. Shout out to
Yeah,
Bootleg Gang. G. All you gotta do is work
bootleg
the
gang.
internet.
You gotta
All you
look.
gotta
You
do is
gotta
work the
know though.
internet. Just know
It's
what
who
to
you
type
know,
in.
man.
That's it. All you
It's
gotta
who
do is
you
know what to
know and
type in.
what you know.
You
You
know what I mean? I
feel
got
me?
just know what to type in. You ain't even gotta be that wild smart. You know, like how do I do it?
Yeah,
I'm
if
like,
you seek, you shall find, man. Put it
that's
that way,
it,
man. If
bro.
you seek,
That's it.
you'll find it because it's
You
definitely
can
out
Google
there.
any, yeah, you can Google anything
I
else.
was
You know what I'm
surprised,
saying?
bro. The day it came out, that shit was live. I was like, bitch, oh fucker.
Word. That shit was
When we
on
cut
there.
the
I'm like,
Xbox,
okay,
so
good. Yeah.
I
And I'm
said, let
like,
me cut
look,
this
man,
shit
you know,
off.
we coming from the era in which we come from, bro. Like watching bootlegs to me, especially like it's a good bootleg. You know what I'm saying? And like, you
Yeah,
know,
like
like it was certain
high
points in the
quality.
movie. Look, there was certain points like high quality bootleg, but there's certain points in the movie where like a joke or some shit that happened, right? So you know, boom, you get 'em right. Joke or some shit happen, you hear the crowd and the audience laugh. Boom, you laughing. So now you like, okay, boom, I got that. I
Mhm.
understood that joke. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I don't know. That shit is different. Take me back to that old
Man,
VHS DVD bootleg era where like, boom,
yeah.
watching this shit together.
As
I'm in
long
the
as I
movie
can see
theater.
it, bro. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I had a plan to go to the movies that day and go see, but then it was like that option was there to like you can lay right here where you at and watch this shit in its entirety. And so I
It's
chose the latter.
some movies get that treatment, you know what I'm saying? Like my son wanna go to the movie theater, it's cool. Somebody else wanna go to the movie theater, cool. But like me, nah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just a fun fact. So, dude that did do that blog that we seen not too long ago when we
Mm,
opened up this talk, he did say that he seen the shit in like some kind of like 3D, not even 3D, like the next thing from 3D or whatever that is. So he said like,
yeah.
yo, that might be part of the his why he's saying what he's saying. Like if you watch that, it's a difference. Like if you sit in and you watching the 3D of this shit, and the shit is like when heads roll and Sabretooth head fell off and it rolled towards the screen, like, and it looks like it's
I
right in front
seen
of you.
certain scenes where I was like, I didn't know if that shit was done on purpose.
Or when they jumped out the joint, when they jumped out the shit off the back of the bus,
that's
like
that's a perfect scene. Yeah, it makes sense
now.
now.
I'm thinking about it. This shit probably was way crazier. That
it was one with
experience
the
probably
blade.
way better.
It was one where he had the blade, you know what I'm saying?
And
when
it
he
came off his shoulder.
Back. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So these things right here, like I think that takes a whole lot away from our experience versus that. So like, and you know, so I'm, you know, I can't even throw no shade on it. Like if that made them, which most likely it made the movie way better. Just seeing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Like especially if it was effective, like if it was IMAX or whatever, like if that shit was like a good ass.
He said, I want to say the dude said like 4D or something. He said some crazy shit that I ain't even heard of before, but it sounded expensive. Okay, let me put it that. It sounded expensive.
Them tickets be up there type
probably
shit.
like a $40 ticket, man, just to watch this.
Because I'm like, I watched I went to go see Avatar. When Avatar came out, I went to go see that shit in 3D. And I was let down by the 3D experience. Yeah, I was let down by the 3D experience. So it fucked the movie up for me. I wasn't able to get into the movie because I'm like, oh shit, this shit says it's supposed to be fire 3D.
What you mean when you say that? What you
like
mean?
The effects, like you know when you see a 3D movie and that shit reach out, you know what I'm saying? You feel that shit. So like we in the movie theater and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like little, you know what I mean, little clouds and shit like that, but like not feeling like the effects was like that. Fucked up my experience with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole time we sitting there like, man, you know what I mean? This shit kind of, you know what I mean? Shit just went and saw the regular joint.
I can't remember the last 3D joint I seen, bro. It's been a minute, but I definitely, I think, you know what?
I think for me, it might have been like the Spider-Verse joint. I think I told
the
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I ain't see. Yeah, it's been way longer for me. So I know that shit probably advanced as far as their techniques and shit. But now I'm thinking about it, like, you know, recapping this Deadpool Wolverine. You know that whole intro with, you know, him fighting with the claws and all that shit. Now I'm thinking that shit probably looked way crazier when you see it. I remember the skull flying and the teeth falling out.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
So I know they was like, oh shit, everybody
start the movie
back.
off. Hell yeah.
So yeah, they definitely took advantage of. I want to say, like, you know, they probably took full advantage of the 3D animations of it, as far as like the 3D graphics of this movie. You know what I mean? When he's Hulk smacked Deadpool and shit, you probably seen that shit probably looked at a lot different. Seeing the back of Hulk like that, you know what I mean? So, damn, bro, I might have to.
That shit there, thinking about that shit hindsight, like, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing it and then thinking about it right now, like it made me want to go to the movie.
Right, I want to kind of get. I hate to be giving this recap and ain't even have that experience. So this experience is coming from a 2D standpoint, y'all. It's coming from a 2D standpoint.
And look, on a good bootleg. So that 2D is really like, you know what I'm saying?
So even that, it ain't even like, you know, but it was pretty good. Like the one, the version I seen. I didn't see no end credit though. I'm hearing that, you know, that it didn't have a post credit on it though.
The one, like I tried to look that shit up just to see if I was tripping. So the only shit that they was talking about was the one where he showed, you know what I'm saying, Johnny Storm saying.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That he said exactly everything that Deadpool said he said.
And that was another thing that threw me off when I was like talking about the ending. Like I meant just the whole ending. Cause I'm like, damn, we used to sit and watch the whole shit.
Just to see what the fuck they gonna, you know,
what's
that
next?
last little piece.
Damn, what's next? Like the breadcrumbs for, you know what I'm saying, the next shit. So then in this, I'm like, he in the TVA. Nobody there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, he in the TVA in this clip.
Like, see, I told you type shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, he in control of being in there, or somehow I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, is this just a fourth wall thing? Like, let me show y'all I wasn't.
He did. Let's talk about that. The fourth walling. He did a lot of fourth walling in this shit, son. A lot of it, like the whole Hugh calling him Hugh. He called him Hugh, fucking a bunch of shit, man. The Fox, motherfucking that Blade Fox shit. I feel like that Blade shit low key was kind of like that was 4-4 too, because it's like, how do you know him? You don't know him in this universe, but he was like, yeah, I don't like y'all. I never liked you. No, he said I don't like you. He said you never did, or some shit.
And I thought it was dope that he actually had lines and shit. Like, you feel me? Like it wasn't just a
quick scene of him.
Yeah, man. I'm like, it was a scene where he gets stabbed, And I was like, damn, they
Yeah,
got
so did he
Wesley
die?
Snipes.
Like what happened
Nah,
there?
he ain't die. He ain't die. He was still fighting. He
Yeah,
was
I
still in
seen
the
him
fight
after
scene.
that, but I'm like, didn't he
Yeah.
get like through the back? Like he got
Yeah, it was like a scene where like everybody was getting beat down for a second. And I thought everybody was about to die. I was like, oh, here it goes. All the motherfuckers got to go. Like Wesley Snipes, it was good to see you. But then, you know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. They were still fighting and shit like that. And then that's when they both, you know what I'm saying, was getting up there. So it was like, we doing all this for y'all to get away.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I felt some type of way about that shit because I'm like, so they just sacrificing themselves? Like, you know what I'm
Bro, that
saying?
shit
Like,
was crazy,
yeah,
man.
they watching them do that shit.
Definitely some dope. I mean, yeah. I mean, so out of 1 to 10, what you scoring, man?
Man, like
1 to
no,
10, man.
1 to
10
10.
being end game, 10 being end game in
Nah,
Infinity
it
War.
ain't. It ain't in game Infinity War for me, bro. It
And
ain't
so,
Black. It's not Black Panther for me. Um,
yeah.
nah, man, because like you know what I'm saying. Oh, buddy did a
All
phenomenal
right, so let me ask
job.
you this. Maybe this one, maybe I'm asking the wrong
Killmonger,
question.
bro.
So,
Killmonger,
how do you
bro.
feel about the Deadpools then? How do you feel about the
Uh,
Deadpool movies, period?
they
1 and
fire
2. The
movies.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
I think that's part
I
plays a
think
part
one.
in your in what you're saying.
I think nah, because I'm like, so all right. So if you're going, let me answer the question first on 1 and 2. So I'll probably go 1 over 2, probably. There. I'll pick it
Yeah,
like that.
one
Probably, yeah,
better
probably
than 2. One better than 2, and Deadpool and Wolverine better than 1 and 2
there.
for sure.
Like I
Yeah,
said, I
for
think
sure.
storyline wise, plot wise, you know what I'm saying. If you take away all the extra shit, you know what I'm saying. Deadpool 1 probably got. If you take away just the extra shit, just a character, like oh shit, like this ain't nothing like none of the other Marvels. You know what I'm saying? That first
Right.
Deadpool was like, oh, I walked out of there legit, like yo, crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Refresh.
So
I
then,
mean, yeah, different approach, man. And that's what I appreciate about this movie. I think is that because we know what we get from MCU. We know that it's going to be to a certain level. It ain't going to be too crazy. They're going to have some funny shit in here, but for the most part, it's going to be this plot and how do they get out of this shit, man? Damn near every time. But the Deadpool, you never know, is the grotesque shit in it, the gore in it, the cursing in it,
man, all the
the
nut
joke.
grabbing, but man, all the
Yeah,
nut
yeah,
grabbing,
oh yeah. We
the
can talk about
sexual
that, man.
yeah, like the sexual
So is that what it
innuendos.
is for you that kind of takes away from Deadpool movies or the Deadpool subject? Is it
Yeah, I
because
mean, it's that form of comedy, you know what I'm saying? Just overly, you know what I'm saying? Like it's you see the quote unquote immaturity type shit, you know what I'm saying, as the character, but like it's a lot of it in the middle of other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like,
he pulled Wolverine into the shit. He pulled Wolverine in with him.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Remember,
Why
like
would
the
you
part where
share
they
that?
with the people in the void, you know, the criminals in the void had captured them, and so they
Mm-hmm.
inside tight like they tied up together, but they like you know stomach to stomach and shit. For lack of better
Yeah,
words.
doing way
And
too much.
then the nigga was like, I was asleep or something. And he was like, you wasn't all the way asleep.
Yeah, bro,
Oh man. Oh
pause, nigga,
man. No Diddy.
pause,
Wolverine.
bro. Pulling like what he said, something, yeah, something he pulled out like when they both like landed on the joints, like, oh man,
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
he
find
said,
my
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, he
Like,
said
come
something
on,
like the tip
bro.
of your thing. He said something the tip of his blade, like cut him or
Yeah,
something. Like it was, bro. It's
there's
some
too much.
parts.
Yeah,
I get,
it was like
I
a
get
lot of
that. I get that.
over pause. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just overall, I think the excitement in the movie is the cleanup and the timeline and connecting a lot of things that's been fucked up over all
Uh-huh.
these years. So I think for me, what make it dope is knowing that, you know what I'm saying, from our perspective, like we've been around since watching X-Men 1, 2, and like, hey, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? I know when
Mm.
I went like, so if we're gonna talk about it, we go back to I guess what make it like dope. I remember when watching X-Men, I'm just like, yo, did Professor X just die? Like, hold on, who just died? Like, okay, boom. And then like these different ones, like, hold on, did this critical person just die? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? What was that? Was that the first one? They sitting there on the motherfucking shit. Phoenix just get him up out of there. It's like, what the fuck? You can't have X-Men without, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I don't know. And then movie by movie, and then this person can't be with this person, and you know what I'm saying? So boom. So after fucking 20 years of watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah,
thinking about
that's the
that.
thing to me, man. It's just
20 years, bro. Like,
yeah, to see Wolverine in this kind of light, man. Just with the, you know what I mean. I don't know. I think it was refreshing to me, man. Like I said, so I kind of like stepped into this shit with not no expectation, but seeing what they're gonna do. It wasn't like, you know, I wasn't, you know, looking for this shit to top whatever. No, I kind of isolated and put his own thing. 'Cause I think Deadpool has always been isolated. He's just like tied to these things. He's like a spinoff, you know, out of Avengers. Like he's like a spinoff of Avengers and now a spinoff of Marvel. But he's the person that's bringing the, you know, he's the star witness that's bringing these two things together. Though it's like this movie is the transition of the mutants coming to MCU. You know, you ain't seen
yeah, that's the dope.
Cyclops and these mother Storm and them. You ain't seen none of them, but then now people that's associated with them are in this movie. Gambit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The Sea Blade in there, which is he's like his own spin-off too, but I know he's like a Marvel character, but he was never really like,
Yeah.
you know,
And
he was
just giving
vampires
respect
and
in
shit.
general.
You know?
And just giving respect to him kicking the whole shit off. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah,
Like,
he definitely the Craig Mack of they shit. You know what I
you know what I
mean?
mean?
He's the
Without
Craig Mack.
Snipes, without Snipes, you don't got none of this, you know what I'm saying, type of shit. So
Yeah,
like
but you
them
know,
original
I want to say Tony Stark's supposed to be like he kind of like the reboot of Marvel for real was like the Iron Man 1 movie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't
Iron
think they
Man
go back
1.
that far, but technically we going to the
They fucked
brand
me up.
itself.
They fucked me up with
Latest,
Iron Man
what it is.
3. Iron Man
Oh
3
yeah.
fucked me up. Yeah.
So
The
I'm saying they
Mandarin,
had this. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, man. When we talking villain, it's just like on a game, bro. Like I had Avengers game when that shit came out. I was excited about the Marvel Avengers game, which is probably one of the biggest flops of anything Marvel is like the video game. But you know the action in it is good and all that. But it's like, bro, I just finished watching Endgame. Why am I playing the game and there's nothing but these fake ass Ultron niggas running around the whole time? Like nothing but
yeah,
robot type motherfuckers or some lady that I never seen in nothing before. Like no got powers and shit. Like the fuck is
yeah,
this?
and
Why
shit
are
like
y'all
that.
not bringing out the big dogs, bro? We need apocalypses and all these. We need shits that's gonna be like, yo, this a threat, motherfucker. Thanos. Why you ain't put Thanos in the motherfucking game? Like
Man,
anybody, bro, like could have been better
that
than
part.
the people they put in here. And then there's like some of these movies, like that last Thor, the Thor with the female Thor and fucking what Gore or some shit. I think his name.
Yeah,
You know, shout out to him playing the Batman roles and shit. But this is like, the fuck is this, bro? Gore
yeah, man.
the God Slayer, some shit like that. So, but he really wasn't like crazy like that. He wasn't built like that. Like
Yeah,
Thor
he
fuck him
can,
up
and
like
they
on a
could
one on one.
and could have, you know what I'm saying? Like could have gone crazy.
And
Like I
then
hate when they pick level when they pick level characters like that and they don't really let them wild out. So that's what made Thanos dope because they let him wild out. You know what I mean? They let him go all the way there to be like, yo, this shit is not a game versus some
yeah,
bullshit
and I
ends
think it's
into
the
a
power
motherfucker.
level of some of the heroes too, though, man. You look at Captain Marvel, like who really could fuck with Captain Marvel for real? She brought the whole fucking shit back, bro.
Yeah,
Homelander
yeah,
acting like he couldn't even lift a plane. This bitch had a whole alien shit, bro, that she carried back to Earth, nice and softly and sound, bro. Like
no
no problem.
games.
I think did she have both arms up when I don't even know if she had both arms up holding it. She might have did the shit like it was a plate,
Strong as
like
fuck.
a waitress in a diner. She holding a whole spaceship in her hand, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
who combats that, bro? That's why she really wasn't in Endgame like that because like, yo, really like if she's in here, like she fucking up everything out here
Yeah,
for real.
that levels the whole playing field. Like, everything after that's
Scarlet
gone.
Witch, she fucking up. Thanos had
Yeah,
to kill his own people to get her off of his neck, bro. She was on that man
man,
helmet, bro. She
she
sat there was
fucking
about
shit
to
up.
break this nigga down like the Atoms and shit, and this nigga had to release the missiles on everybody, including them, his army. Like, so
Yeah,
they get him out of here. They make sure they put him in there just long enough and get them the fuck out of there because, like, just like I think that's the whole thing with the MCU. But maybe when we analyzing this shit. That's the thing with it. It's like the power level. We got to make this shit make sense where it could be 2 hours long because we
yeah.
really know this nigga could really kill this nigga real quick, or he could do this real quick. You
Make
think
it
of the
make sense
Magneto,
though.
yeah. And think about the Magneto and Wolverine thing. Like he's made out of adamantium. Magneto controls metal. Or just like the Johnny Five situation with who was that? I don't know, Pyro. Whoever that dude was that took the flame away from. That was crazy. Like he up there, like he losing his breath and shit and everything, like oxygen, fire, oil. He just sucked that shit away. No diddy, just pulled that shit off of him, and he fell and looked like he broke his goddamn neck. But he still up talking and shit.
I thought he was done. Like I thought that was it after that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that's a dope way to get him in and get him out. You know what I mean? But like that same shit does happen. Like it's making this shit make sense. You know what I mean? Shout out to X-Men 97. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you up on 97. Man. Look, shout out to X-Men 97.
I've been hearing good things, man. I've been hearing good things.
Man, so you ain't seen it? So
we might have to get into it, man.
The same shit you just was saying about Magneto Wolverine, bro. That last episode, crazy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Man. Like, no, like I said, everything come back to like we come from that era where we watch X-Men. You know what I mean? Out of school,
I remember.
And slide to the crib, catch X-Men, catch the Power Rangers, catch all the little shits right during that time frame, that era, whatever. Like. The X-Men 97 is fire, my name.
Right. I'm gonna start looking. I'm gonna probably catch up on some of these episodes this weekend, then, man. Yeah, so you still ain't give me a number on this though, man. What we talking?
I mean, so I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna really might go like maybe a strong 7.
I knew you was gonna say 7.
Yeah, because look, bro, because this is what I was about to ask you. This I was like, yo, do you think this Deadpool Wolverine is better than any of the Guardians of the Galaxies?
The sky just fell, boy. It's gray as hell. Like, it was burning hot. When I talked to you on the phone earlier, the sun was scorching through the car, bro. I'm looking outside. That bitch is gray.
Oh yeah, it's raining.
I just heard thunder and shit. But now, what was the question?
Just got over there. I was saying, do you have this Deadpool and Wolverine better than? I just say don't isolate one better than any of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, which one? Which one? Guardians of the Galaxy
when he fought his father? What? When he fought his father?
I mean,
the whole planet. The nigga was a planet. You talking about when his daddy was a planet?
Yeah, you could probably put it over that. You could probably put it over that one. But I was just saying in general, in the levels of the movie, you know what I'm saying, and like,
I feel like the danger is that it's like you don't get this.
I don't think it's better than the first.
You don't get this crazy level of danger in this movie like Endgame, and like it's not that. It doesn't have the same importance, right, of Infinity War and Endgame, but I feel like the action is A1, the moments. Yeah. The moments is A1. Cause this is my thing. I watched the shit, like I probably watched it 3.5 times, okay? So I did watch it 3 times. Like, I think I watched it like that night it came out. The next day I watched it that morning. And then like, with a friend, I had watched it again. And then I attempted to watch it and fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's that good that I'm like, making sure I didn't miss nothing type of shit and things like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like, man, I give it an 8. Like if you give it a 7, I give it an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the perfect joint? No, it ain't perfect. It could have been some things better. Of course, that's why it ain't perfect. But I feel like
I just like
introduction wise, like. Welcome Deadpool and Wolverine to the MCU. I think this is a great showing of that, bro, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm excited about it because it's like the genesis. You got to think this is the genesis of X-Men, bro. Not the X-Men y'all used to, but the new X-Men. This is the genesis of that because Wolverine being in the same place with these guys.
He only 200.
Captain America, and you see
he only 200 something.
Bro, yeah. What your boy said? Deadpool said, "Yeah, we're gonna have you for 90 more years, boy.
Yeah,
90 more years.
Got him in there. You know what I mean?
So, yeah,
but I just feel like
the move, man. Yeah,
I feel like with that movie, it's a different type of excitement and reaction to the movie versus like watching Black Panther. Right? Boom.
Yeah,
crazy. It was a different energy that came out of Black Panther, like from beginning to end. So even the second one, you know what I'm saying? And then the
second one was,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, like you touching a whole lot of different types of things, you know what I mean? Like the Killmonger story and then how much is connected throughout the entire movie is branched together on one thing. It ain't really.
Was 2 better than 1?
Killmonger?
Black Panther was 2 better than 1. So you thinking it's a one with T'Challa, one without T'Challa, bro? He was not in
I
Black Panther
mean,
2
no,
at
I'm just
all.
saying, like, I get the fucking the story of two. You know what I mean? Two's not better than one to me because, like I said, Killmonger as a character
It's
is
a
crazy.
continuation. It's a continuation
Yeah,
of post, T'Challa.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Continuation of what it means, especially with conditions as being in what they was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's when I'm like, damn, it's fucked up. Like just a black hero representation over there.
Yeah,
And
powerful.
you know what I mean? So it's just like, damn, gotta have that.
Beautiful
So I'm
movie
like,
though. Beautiful, man. The funeral and all that, and just the colors and man, the people just look so good, man. The fashion and shit, man, it was definitely like dope to see. It definitely was dope
yeah,
to see.
dope celebration of, you know what I mean? Not just writing somebody off, you know what I mean? Actually
Right. Rest in
celebrating
peace,
that. So
Chadwick, man. Rest in peace,
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman. Great
facts.
actor. Got plenty of other movies outside of Black Panther that was phenomenal and shit, man. Definitely tap in with his work, man. He definitely put a stain on Hollywood, man, with his skills and talents, man, for sure.
Word. Like, do you have this movie better than any of the Spider-Man joints?
You said any of the Spider-Man, man.
Any of the
See,
Spider-Man. I'm not picking them against it. Just saying, like, just
I feel
pick
like the best
any of
Spider-Man
these.
joint is the one with all three of them in it, because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the dynamic of that is like everything that we keep going to that we trying to compare, is it better? They have collabs in them.
Yeah,
We ain't like
that's
this.
what's making
This is
it
better
dope.
than most of the standalone movies, though. Most of this one is better than most of the standalone movies.
One isolated character versus one isolated villain type shit. Like, this is
Yeah,
his
this is
story
better.
origin.
This is better than those. These are better than probably all those standalones. But it's if not, it's just as good, bro. Like it's just as good. I don't know, bro. Like I think it takes time, bro. It's like we listening to this Eminem album now. Like it's still hot. We still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember that song? Like it's been 2-3 conversations me and you done had where you kept referencing this one song that we didn't know the name of that motherfucker song, though, but we
Yeah,
heard it though. So like we ain't got it
word.
down packed like that. Where you remember on Marshall Mathers LP, I am. When he said this, we know that
Mm-hmm.
because it had that longevity, that long time
Word.
staying, and we could kind of singe it into our memory banks. So this right here is still super fresh. Where like I don't know if I could really do that yet. So like as far as like what was the last one? Last Spider-Man was Far Away from Home. No, it was. He always got home in the shit. It's something home with it,
What's
right?
that?
Home.
Far From
You got
Home, No Way
Homecoming, Far From
Home,
Home, No Way Home.
Homecoming.
It wasn't
Yeah.
No Way Home. That was the out of when he was like the Sandman and that fucking fake motherfucker. He was making all the
Shit.
CGI shit and making fake ass scenarios and shit. That's when they went the Mysterio dude. Fucking like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Villains like that, bro. Come on, villains like that, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
nigga
like I
was
said, it's levels. It's
this nigga was a
levels to
nerd, bro.
you.
He was typing, making shit up, making CGI fucking water. I don't know how that shit was fake, but it was damaging shit. But
Yeah. Think
that's
it's
the
like one of
problem with
them.
that's what I think I'm starting to see a consistency where the villains might be the issue in the MCU where what I mean, and some of these motherfuckers is just like the fuck out of here. Like we don't even care about you for real, dog. You can be the fuck out of here in the intro. And I felt like that about Cassandra. Like let's talk about these villains, man.
Let's
Cassandra,
get
like
into it.
I never looked at her like even when the movie came on, like it was nothing to be excited about. Like who's this bald headed chick? That's all
Yeah.
I'm like. Who's this bald headed chick with a trench coat on? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like she don't even seem like crazy to me. Like we want to be connected with people we recognize, bro. It's like if He-Man
Yeah.
ever come back out, we're gonna love to see Skeletor live action
That's
looking
a
crazy.
fact. I have the power.
If
I'm not trying to
bro,
hear it. I'm
if
trying to
He-Man come
hear it.
out and this
By the
nigga's
power of
battling
Grayskull,
fucking
like I'm trying to hear that. Like when that moment
right.
comes, like man, by the power of Grayskull, I'm
You
like,
want to see
oh,
Mum-Ra and shit. You want to see Mum-Ra and
come
shit
on,
like that.
son,
But
talk
nigga,
about
you
it.
don't want to see He-Man in a movie where he back just fighting some other shit, bro. You're gonna be like,
Random.
who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like, we don't give a fuck about you. And that's how I
Yeah.
feel like that
Like
character is
she
to me.
could
So
be,
that takes away.
she could like it's like being that she was introduced as the you know what I'm saying, quote unquote the villain and shit, like, and it was just that, and then you seen Juggernaut, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, boom, and then it's like, okay, what else you got going on? Like, what's your team looking like over here? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like who you got as your heavy hitter that's over here? You know what I'm saying? Like if she had a Magneto variant or some shit like that, You know what I'm saying? Give us something. Okay, she leading the charge. Okay, cool, get it. But it's like she pop out and it's like, all right, she do all
What
this.
Luck say, man? It ain't about how many fights you had, it's who you fought.
Yeah.
When you say that, that's all that just popped in my head. It's who you fought. So, like, nigga, you can fight 3 great motherfuckers over 50 motherfuckers anytime. So that's what I'm saying. Like, now when you say that, I think of the question of who did these motherfuckers fight? Who did Wolverine and Deadpool fight that we can respect? That we can respect.
That part.
That we idolize or was terrified of.
There's a chance that nigga
Oh
could
man,
that
so
ass.
now the points come now my point system. Now I can see where my 8 coming from. It could possibly be 7.5. Fuck. No, I don't want to do that, man, because I love them 2 guys. I'm gonna give them an 8. I'm gonna keep it a solid 8.
We gotta hold it to the standards of like where we try and keep it. Same way bar system.
So
like
it's not just
energy. Keep the same energy because it's like it's things we looking for. So I'm like, we still in the infancy stage of watching this movie, but when I'm like the things we looking for, and then what actually happened in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's no taking away.
You think that's what we was looking for?
It's not.
I think we was just excited about them getting together. It was just them getting together. Wolverine coming back.
Bro, it's like if they make a Toad movie, I don't give a fuck about fucking Toad for him to get his own movie. And it's like, who's he fighting against? Somebody else we don't even know. I'm like, yo, I ain't even never watched him like that to be like wondering who the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so now,
Cassandra Nova. You got Cassandra Nova. You got the Mysterio dude. You got fucking that Vulture. Fucking Michael Keaton's Vulture. Like these are like small now, but together collectively, like Spider-Man going against the Sinister Six or whatever. That makes sense. Like you need all these niggas together for this shit to feel good, and I think that's what they did in that. Well, I want to get the name right of that last movie.
Which one? That wasn't in
with all the Spider-Mans in it. What's this last one called? You had Homecoming, Far Away from Home, No Way Home.
No way. Damn, was that many of them bitches?
And then there's some other shit. So it was like 4 of them that Tobey Maguire played. Not Tobey Maguire.
Not Tobey.
What's your boy name? Damn. I'm sorry I ain't got this info for y'all, man. But y'all know who the fuck we talking about. We talking about the young boy from UK and shit. Which he's a great fucking actor because he sounds, him, being the new Spider-Man after. I like him better, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like he's a 2000. He's a definitely a millennium Spider-Man.
Shit we talking about. Like this shit is the shit we talking about.
But the last Spider-Man that had
when all of them in it is No Way Home.
That's fire because you get Andrew Garfield, you get Tom. His name is Tom something.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yep. Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire together. Fire. Right. You can't miss with that. And then who they taking on? Doctor Octavia, Doc Ock, motherfucking Sandman.
Yeah, but these is well known.
Wesley, Jamie Foxx character was the Electro or some shit. Yeah, Electro, and then who's there? Somebody else I'm missing. It's like it was 4 of them though. It wasn't all 6 of them though. It was just like 4 of them.
You said Vulture. Yeah, what's the name?
Vulture was like, was Vulture in it like that for real? Was Vulture in it? He wasn't in that shit. I think he had a role in it or a cameo or scene in it, but I don't think he was like one of the people fighting.
Some shit
that big scene at the end when all of them had to do their shit combos together just to beat these motherfuckers. It was Doc Ock, Electro, and the Sandman. I want to say somebody else I'm missing, bro. Why am I missing this motherfucker? Damn, that's crazy. But that lets you know the importance of this character that we don't even fucking remember who the fuck it was. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure it's more than just them 3.
Thinking about it, because I'm like, yeah, Green Goblin and that
Green Goblin. There you go. That's the motherfucker. Yeah, it was Green Goblin, Electro, Sandman, and motherfucking Doc Ock that they took on at the same time. So it was a fight with a bunch of different people at once. So that made that its own war. That made that fire. Deadpool and Wolverine didn't have this fight. Their biggest fight was each other. And probably the best fighting was each other. And the car was probably the best fight of the movie, maybe. Yeah. And the Deadpool shit, I felt like it was kind of like a scripted fight for sure. Like it was showing their moves and shit, and it was just like some comic book type of shit. Like, you know how they did it, like you see them off screen and then they push all of the Deadpools back and then they get on the bus. You see a lot of dope action there. And then they're jumping out. Great scene. And then the Cassandra shit, they didn't really fight her. They attempted to fight her. They can't fuck with her because her mind is stronger than anything they could physically do. So that scratches the whole idea of them even fighting this chick. And then you had this little overdone scene at the end where it's like, you know, the hero sacrifices their life for the world type of moments. And that's what happened at the end. So that's how they summarize this movie. So boom. All right. So now I'm looking at we looked at the pros, we looked at the cons of it. Now going back to this number.
I'm just not saying. I'm just not seeing them fighting against.
7-8
who did they fight?
Between 7 and 8, 7.5 is a good score. It's not a bad score. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of movies that's a 4 and 5 and even 2. So this is a 7.5.
It's definitely I'll say probably like right now, if we say it's safe to say it's probably in the top 10.
Yeah, definitely a top 10 Marvel joint for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely ain't gonna. It's something that I know, like, you know, when I go through my collection of all of MCU last 10 years, 15 years, I'm gonna watch that one. Like, I'm gonna watch that 5 years from now, probably. I watch, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch Endgame. I'm gonna watch Infinity War. I'm gonna probably watch this. I'm probably gonna watch Ragnarok. I'm gonna watch let me think out of their shit.
Ragnarok.
The Ultron and all that shit was cool, but I don't think it's as, you know, Infinity and Endgame is the best Avengers movies.
Yeah, that's the standard. Yeah, you know, that's the
it's like
standard,
you got to go up from here. Like, you got to, like, you know, everything else got to be. It's got to be on this level of time and moving forward from that.
Doctor Strange was creating
multiverse madness was fire. You know, out of the Doctor Strange shit, I'm going to watch that. But look, who did he have in it? There you go. He had Spider-Man in it. Yeah, Spider-Man in the motherfucker. So it's like a collaboration movie.
It's moments, these moments, you know what I'm saying? And it's shit that, you know what I'm saying, is going on in there. Like, and then there's an actual villain. You know what I mean? That they kind of, you know what I mean?
And Scarlet, like that by far, like probably that's definitely up in my top 10 when I think about that movie, because Scarlet, she showed level,
bro. She went over there. It's definitely level she showed, bro. Like, she went
over there and attacked the motherfuckers, and she was going for blood, nigga. She was killing her. That one scene when she went over there over the rooftop and all this motherfucking magician niggas. What do they call? Why am I calling them magicians?
I'm taking
fucking dudes with the fucking orange shits, man. And they had a bunch of them down on the roof, and she seen that one motherfucker that was sweat. He had a little bead of sweat came down, and he thought of something. For one second, he wasn't focused, and she was right in his ear, like, and then broke the whole shit, bro. Like,
the whole shit down.
And then when she was contorting her body to get through that fucking mirror shit that he did,
he was crazy.
A lot of dope movies.
Crazy. It's like, and it's these standout scenes in these different types of movies. You know what I'm saying? That's just like to actually, you know what I mean, deal with stuff. Like, Marvel always have their little funny. You know what I mean? Even going back to the old Spider-Mans, you know what I'm saying? Because these movies count as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Toby Spider-Man count like a motherfucker. Bro.
But he was emo to me. Like, by Spider-Man 3, man, I was like, man, he a bitch. He was kind of like, he was on that bridge crying and shit. Mary Jane, like, oh my god, he crying and shit. That's the thing I didn't really like. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like that's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Henry Cavill is still a great Superman, but the people, the writers behind Superman, I feel like they brought down Batman, because if you watch Man of Steel, great scenes in it, and it's a great movie because it's long as fuck for one, but it's a great movie because the fucking villains that he has to fight, like, you don't know if Superman could get out of. You're fighting 3-4 motherfuckers that's like you, so it made sense there. Like, after this nigga, like, who's really fucking with Superman, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? In that world, it's like, how Batman beat you. How Batman beat you, nigga.
And that's why when they do these Superman movies, it's like they have to have it. It has to be Zod. It has to be.
Oh no, your boy. Like, what's the thing that killed him?
Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it has to be these people. You know what I'm saying?
Got to. Like, Zod and his gang and Doomsday. Those are Superman top 2. After that, like, anybody else is a fucking joke.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You got Lobo, you can throw Lobo in there, but it's like, to make a whole movie, You know what I'm saying?
You're
It's
gonna
where
need that
now,
in some. Yeah, you're gonna need
now
that
you
in some.
gotta
You're gonna need
bring
some
in
new
back.
villains. You might need to
Gotta,
bring some make some new villains, bro. What's wrong with
nah,
that? We can't make new villains.
nah. Ain't
So
nobody gonna
how'd y'all
get
make all these? How they make all
ain't
these
nobody
fucking
gonna get
comic books then?
familiar. Ain't nobody gonna get familiar. You know what I'm
How
saying?
they
Like
do all
nobody.
these comic books, bro? If that's the case, how they do all those comic books for all those years where the same villains was able to come back, get out of jail, come back to life? Like
I'm
what the
back.
fuck?
Keep going. That's what I was comics fucking that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Making it that way. Like, all right, like, we in with that. We're gonna start a new one. And
Yeah.
then hey, what would happen if this happened? You know what I'm saying? Like I remember fucking reading that Batman breaking not bad, Bane breaking Batman back type shit.
That
Like
was tough. That was tough for
tough
Batman.
when hey look, that shit was like what?
I
Bang
ain't see
Bane did
how.
what? Hold on. I gotta see that.
Yo, the
I got
boy, Bruce broke his fucking back inside of some hole and was able to heal and climb out that bitch and still be able to fight. It's crazy, bro. Like, come on,
crazy,
Bane was
man.
the dude that played Bane. Great actor, bro. Like, he was a good
Word.
fucking villain. For him to be not like a big monumental comic book character, like he was like he was one of the. He was like a dude boy though. He was like a. He's
Man,
always somebody like
he was
he's
always
somebody underman, like somebody's like underboss type of shit. He was never like the villain, but in that movie, Bang was a problem, bro. When he did that whole
man.
plane shit on there, and he's like, and them niggas, they blew the plane up, and then they about to get
Hey.
off, and his man was like, he was ready to go. He's like, no, one of us must stay, brother. What? And
Damn,
your man was like,
sacrifice.
yes, sir. What? That lets you know the power in Bang, bro. Like, I ain't even
Dude,
gonna argue with this nigga. I'd rather
word.
just sit on his plane and die than tell him no. Like
Shout out to Dark Knight, the
that man said,
fucking
one of us
dead.
must stay. One of us must stay, brother.
When he said stay, like, bomb,
Your
no
boy said,
game.
okay. He said, all right, I'll die here.
All
My
right,
life
like,
is over
down
for
for the
the cause.
cause, like
It's
down for the
crazy.
fucking
That
cause,
devotion
bro.
is crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
And
getting back to it, bro. Deadpool and Wolverine didn't have these villains in it, bro. They didn't have Cassandra Nova. We didn't know you. All these X-Men movies, we ain't never heard of your ass. Your brother never fucked with you like that. Cause he never talked about you like that. Cause we ain't know. I ain't know this. You had to be in the comic books to know that she even existed. And
yeah,
she tells you who she is in the beginning of the movie. Cool, but we don't care. Is no connect to that villain or important or how dangerous you are.
that emotional contact. Like, hey, I remember this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody right there in her circle, type shit. Like nobody in her circle gave you that. Like even when they first pulled up, and you know what I'm saying, you see the motherfucking Pyro and Toad and shit like that. I'm like, that's cool. Seeing Juggernaut shit is cool,
And that
but
was
like,
another Juggernaut though. That wasn't even a Juggernaut from the
yeah,
Deadpool
it was
shit.
a whole different
This
one,
is a
but it's a
Diesel
different time.
one. Yeah, like I like the other Juggernaut, but I
Yeah,
think why they did that is because that nigga helmet was not gonna fit on Cassandra's head, bro. If they'd have got that regular Juggernaut, so what they did was switch up the Juggernaut, made him a variant, and had him have a
yeah,
regular head shape. Because
yeah,
the other Juggernaut shit was like that helmet go to his fucking shoulders, bro. That shit covered his
yeah.
whole shit. They wouldn't have been able to put that shit on her little bald head ass. You know what I'm
For real,
saying?
no game. For
So
real.
I see how they wrote around certain shit like that. Like, because if you got to
Right.
use Juggernaut's helmet or Magneto's helmet,
Yeah.
Magneto's helmet could have worked too.
Yeah.
But how they was gonna beat Magneto? That'd have been a
Yeah.
bigger fight. He might have really, if they'd have had Magneto in this movie, he'd have
And
been a
that's
bigger villain. He'd
and
have been a
that's what
bigger
I'm
villain.
saying. I mean, even if he wasn't the bigger villain, he would have been a part of the resistance of like, oh shit, like the counterpart to everybody that was brung out on the hero side. The counterparts weren't over there on the villain
They
side.
wasn't evenly matched.
You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh shit, they got such and such over there. You know what I mean? Like it was none of these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine fucking around. Like you see Kingpin or some shit like that. Okay, I know Kingpin major.
A bunch, yeah,
You know what I
they should have
mean?
do a bunch of different, like just
Yeah.
more fights with
Top
these
level
villains.
villains. Top
And being
level
that these
villains.
motherfuckers are variants, you could kill them. And then we can
Yeah.
still bring this bitch back later, a different variant of this motherfucker back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the good thing about them, having this multiverse shit. They able to put motherfuckers in and swap them out as they choose now with that.
So
So they
now
could
I
have
go
had this
back to
whole movie. Yeah, they could have had this niggas Deadpool and Wolverine fighting a bunch of top villains and killing these niggas, even fight Thanos again. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like that'd have been crazy.
that
You know
bring
what
me
I'm
back
saying?
around the hoodie boy question about like who do you wish could have been in the movies. Now I can revisit that question, and I'm like, so now I'm thinking villain wise, You know what I'm saying? I'm wishing there was maybe a couple more well-known. They ain't gotta be like top level, you know what I'm saying, villain, but I wish there was a couple more well-known, you know what I'm
Villains.
saying, villains, you know what I'm saying, probably on the
Yeah.
other side, just to counteract, like, oh shit, that's Blade over there. So boom,
Yeah,
what's
they
over
did the
here?
Deadpool because the Deadpool, and then you think they enter the little realm and shit, and then it's like they all fighting him. They're all fighting Deadpool and Wolverine. Why?
Yeah.
We Deadpools. Why is we even like you know what side I'm on already? Like, why is you
Yeah.
trying to slow me down? So that
And
was one of
then
the fights. Like I said, it was them versus each other, and them versus the Deadpools. And then what else is there? What am I missing? Another big fight with them? Nah, it was like no
hey,
other fights really between except for like the TVA niggas and shit. Like Deadpool fucked a lot of them up in the movie too.
yeah. Yeah.
So I
This
think
is
that's
all
what
bad.
taken away from the movie. Now that I'm trying to see why it's not a perfect movie, but as far as like these moments and lines, that's all there. It's all
Yeah,
there.
these are
Beautiful cinematography.
these is legendary moments, and then you have the technology to make it, you know what I'm saying, dope visuals. You know what I mean? But it's the connection with knowing what motherfuckers that went through all these years, and then finally being able to see it come together and be corrected, so that way it can be displayed properly. You know what I'm saying? Marvel can be displayed as properly as possible, type shit. But all the
Mhm.
characters being able to crossover, and you know what I'm saying, which is making it dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see crossovers in the standalone movies type shit. You know what I mean? But when we just
Right.
talking about this movie in comparison, you know what I mean? It's not because the ending battle scene was that.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. And when we looking at it like that, I really ain't even analyze it like that. But I did thoroughly enjoy the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's kind of crazy to say, like, for those that ain't seen this movie yet, it's definitely a must see. Like, you gotta get your own opinion of it. But how I'm looking at it, for the last 20, 30 minutes, we probably been talking about why this wasn't the perfect movie. We already gave it its flowers in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's still a great movie to watch. Still a good to add to the collection. But this is why this wasn't Endgame. This is why this wasn't Infinity War. You know what I'm saying? The who you're fighting. Y'all niggas might not be able to top Thanos, bro. I don't know. They might not be, no pun intended, bro. They might not be able to top this man, bro, because
Looking
that
at
level
what's
of threat
coming
was
up.
real, bro. He was
Let's look
fucking
at
Thor up, bro. Who fucks Thor up? Who knocks the Hulk out? Who kills half the fucking universe, bro? And y'all niggas need a
get
whole year
away
in
with
a
it.
time machine to win. Out of
I
14
got sit
million
on
and
that lip.
600 some thousand possibilities, nigga, you only won one way against him. But these
I had
other
to sit with
motherfuckers
that.
is like a little loophole for them to beat them, or a loophole where they're not even important if they do die or get knocked the fuck off. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You
I
know,
think
it'd have
that's the
been
thing.
dope if it'd have been dope if they didn't lay out a timeline and like already had you anticipating and knowing that another movie is gonna come. So like,
Mm.
there's
So you
no
kind of
way
like
that it's that
you kind
okay,
of know
so it's
a little bit.
yeah, how do they come back from this? But like, if they had just ended that fucking shit
End
with
games and then the
Thanos,
end game like that, and you don't even know about Black Panther 2. Like these things,
yeah,
we hear about
and
them
it
later
just
on.
happened. You see the movie coming out, like, oh shit, like
Or after
damn,
end
that
game,
should
yeah.
be
After
dope.
end game, they could have posted, yeah, this is coming
At
out.
the end game, and you not knowing that there's another
You like, yeah,
Avengers movie coming.
like, yeah, now you definitely attached to it and invested in it now because like
Uh,
it's like a soap opera now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you don't know
mm-hmm.
what character's gonna die, or like Power or some shit like that, where this character dies. Like, damn, we know shit still goes on, but like, damn, they're gone. But there ain't no coming back for these people though. In the MCU, these motherfuckers can't come back though. We done seen Gamora come back. Now she's
Yeah,
like the one that doesn't fuck with Quill like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's still the same Gamora. You know what I mean?
yeah. They found a way to flip that shit around. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
You think
it's dope.
you think Black Widow coming back?
Man, I don't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I
So
don't
you ain't
doubt
gonna be
it.
surprised if you see it.
Nah. I'm not gonna doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a way. Um, there's a way to bring everybody the fuck back.
Right. In this
You know
world.
what I'm saying? The way that they doing shit is the way they can bring
Now
all
that
that
they got
shit
the
coming
time
back.
machine, though, you got to think. Now that they got that time machine, bro, it'll be real easy to kind of set up in a whole nother movie where motherfuckers just going fucking shit up and redoing shit now. Like, they could always
Yeah, cause
they
look,
can always remix the past, bro.
Look, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it, like, right? Nobody talk about. Did you watch the fucking what's the name of that motherfucking shit? The Nick Fury shit.
What you talking about
What's that? Sequel?
with the whole agency? You talking about the whole agency shit?
Yeah, not the
Wait.
not the Agents of Shield shit.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
all.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, not that. It was
Nick Fury. What his own? What he got? What he
yeah, he
talking?
had his own little joint. The joint was like hold on, let me see what the name of that shit is. I'm
It was a
tripping.
movie or a show?
Show. Hold up, man. Cause it was like the scrolls and all that shit. Secret Invasion was the name of that shit.
Secret Invasion. Oh,
Yeah. Cause they got Secret Wars about to drop. Like Secret Wars about to drop, or whenever that shit come out. But Secret Invasion is pretty much his Nick Fury's story, like boom, after you meet the scrolls and shit like that. And there's a bunch of them motherfuckers around. And you know what I'm saying?
like the
Eventually get to
scrolls
the
and all that shit in there, right?
yeah, all the scrolls. But like watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? You find out like Nick Fury a little nut ass freak bull type shit.
For real?
Yeah, man, it's motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Was fucking one of the Jones.
Word.
Yeah, man. They'll hit shorty a whole ass scroll. I'm like, yo,
Right.
this motherfucker. Look, the whole Marvel problem is Nick Fury's fault.
Yeah.
Like the
I mean, I know
whole
he initiated the whole.
yeah, man. And it's all because he that ass freak bowl, man. Like try to hide her off, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking with the other kind, all this, whatever. Like, nah, this ain't fucking with the whole alien
So he
type
was over there
shit.
fucking them aliens.
Yeah. And a whole
That's right.
alien shorty had a whole alien shorty that he wifed up. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Tucked her off to the
Wow.
side, like, yeah, he was over there
Nobody
trying to
talks
have.
about this, bro. Like this is
Nobody
not.
talks about this, bro. But I
That's
watched that
sad.
episode. It was like, watch this episode. He walked in, you know what I'm saying? Gave a little joint, a little kiss and shit. Boom. Oh, fuck. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, he married? I don't know what the fuck. And then
He married to
bomb,
the
she
alien. He married to the scroll.
married to the
Mm,
joint, bro.
that shit
Married to the
crazy.
joint, bro. Yeah, man.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yo, man.
saying?
Sheesh,
Yeah.
sheesh.
The shit
Man,
get
we here
crazy,
for it.
bro. The shit get crazy, man. But I think the way they got all this shit pieced together, man, like they got the right people, you know what I'm saying, and the right shit. I think everything lined up now, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, moving forward, yeah, it should be like these next 2 years should be all right, man. I definitely, I'm excited to, see what the Secret Wars and all that, these next Avengers movie, these next two. But I think that's going to be like 2 years in between each other. So we got one
Man,
coming next year. What? I think 2026 is the next movie for Avengers.
time be flying though, like,
That
you
shit,
know what I'm
bro. I be like,
saying?
damn, man. I remember waiting for like, after Infinity War, like, you're like, damn, when the next movie coming out? And they like, yo, that shit next summer, like,
That shit,
damn.
yeah,
A
next year,
whole year, bro, like a whole
two.
year.
Yeah, when they first was like, yo, Avengers, whatever the fuck, that shit was like 3 years. I'm
Like,
like, ain't no
damn,
way
like
you
this
want me to
fuck.
wait. You want me to wait 3 years to see this shit, and then like somehow 3 years go by like that.
Yeah.
In
Then it's like
between
the
trailers,
time. Yeah.
little other shit, Comic Con
Keep
shit.
that
You know
shit
what I'm
going.
saying? They
Yeah,
keep it
right.
going,
They
stretching out
keep
the work.
that promo, boy, be crazy. So the 2 year promo is
2 year
crazy. Like this
promo
shit gotta
drop
be phenomenal, nigga. You done talked about this shit for 2 years, bitch. Now we don't get to see Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom for 2 years, motherfucker.
2 years. You gotta
The
wait.
fuck out of here, man. Like y'all
Wait
motherfuckers
on you
don't
because
tell us.
you
Don't
know
even
you
fucking
get the
tell us
little
then, bro.
clip. You know you get the little 10-second little clip, but you get a little picture. You know what I'm saying? Something. Then that shit circulating and everybody talk their shit. You got motherfuckers who don't know shit who tell you they know shit, and then you get a little trailer. And the trailer is like a little fresh work for the fiends. Like, here you go. Then it's an extended trailer after that. You know what I mean? But by that time, shit, like a year and a half done went by.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, some time go by and we'll get to it eventually. Hopefully this next. Hopefully they got something to what's coming right after the shit though, man. Like I know they had some shit at the recent Comic Con where they was talking about the next I can't remember off the top what it was. It wasn't nothing that I was really excited about, but I know they got some shit in between of this movie and Avengers shit. They just
Yeah.
announced some shit like I think Fantastic Four or some shit, maybe.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is
It's
gonna be
Fantastic Four.
yeah.
Maybe
So
they'll pull out
I
some shit
think
in
so
there.
that I think it's like they replacing the Kang Dynasty movies, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, with Doom shit, you know what I mean? Like, which is, I guess you gotta include Fantastic Four. However you do that, you know what I mean?
So in Doctor
So
Doom, this way we'll probably see Robert Downey Jr. First, like,
yeah. But
this will be the introduction
the
to him.
thing is now, because man, they fucked Fantastic Four up so many times,
It
bro.
is. But can
Bruh.
Marvel fuck up? Can Marvel fuck up a character though? For real?
Nah, man. I mean, like they batting at a smooth, like, you know what I'm saying. They getting on base more than they not. You know what I'm saying. So like, it ain't too many Marvel joints that's like, you know what I'm saying, on the level that's be like, oh, that movie ass.
Yeah, I
You
heard
know what
they
I'm
was looking
saying?
for that, like, the creators of this Fantastic Four movie. They were saying that they looked at certain rocks and shit like that and everything just to see what kind of rocks he made out of, like, which
Yeah,
is
that's
important.
fire.
This is a small detail of something that would be a good idea to
Yeah,
probably look into instead of just making up some rock shit. Like, make him
yeah,
a certain kind of
that's
rock
fire.
species looking shit. But he
Yeah,
definitely
like
gonna
if
be
they, especially
CGI.
if they get the look to be right, you know what I'm saying, and they
That'd
fucking
be
around and do
crazy.
a
Yeah,
thing versus Hulk type shit, like, you know what I'm saying, they can do them type of crossovers like once. You know what I mean? Like, that movie is one where I'm like, okay, we can watch that. We know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? That fight
that's
gonna
gonna
be,
be
you know
tough.
what I'm
That shit'll
saying?
be
We
tough.
know what's up. You know what I
Mm.
mean? If we know the verses is the verses, like this Wolverine versus Sabretooth, hey, we know what the fight is going to be. Boom, we know who the antagonist villain is going to be. We know what this
Right.
fight is about. I don't need no more. We know what this fight is about. This Cassandra Nova, she come in, and I'm like, all right, what's your fight about? Like, oh, you
What is
mad
that?
because
Nah,
this,
she just
you know
running
what I'm
that
saying?
shit. She just is
Like,
like, I run this shit. I've been here all my life.
you mad because this nigga tried to kill you to take you out so that way you wasn't a liability. Now you want to take over everything. But you just decided you want to take over anything. Like, we more than half the way through the movie.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying. Like, there was
saying?
no real connect. Like I said, between the it was great fighting in it, but it was who you fight, and they didn't
Yeah.
really fight. They didn't really fight no phenomenal villains. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing about the movie. That's the only thing I'm gonna take away from it. Everything else, like the comedy's on point, the
Facts.
choreography of the fighting is on point, the cameos is on point. So these
Facts.
are all the points, the points I'm gonna give to it, man. So yeah, I think I'm good with saying 7.5, might lean towards 8, and that's like that's how it's small increments to be. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
big increment actually to get to that next number and shit like that. So that big 8, 9, and 10 to get to that
Mm-hmm.
10, that's what's missing from the shit. Had they had the fucking right villains in this motherfucker, and these motherfuckers was fighting them, those are 2 points right there. Those are the 2
Word.
points that's why they don't have a 10 for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, great movie, something you could watch over and over again and find some funny moments in the motherfucker and some dope visuals and shit. So hell yeah,
Definitely.
man.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You know what
you
I'm
already
saying?
know
On the
what it
first
is,
joint.
man.
So we got 7.5 and a 7 for the first joint. You know
7.5
what I
and
mean?
7, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Seven point
Yeah.
five and 7, man. That's the real ninja review. We gonna get that jank right there, man. So you already know what time it is. Your boy Thanos, man. Man, Roman this bitch, man. We had it. Damn, this review was damn near as long as the movie. It's crazy.
Yeah. That part.
You know what I'm
And we
saying?
tackled a few other
But we
elements.
tackled on a bunch of different shit, man. Definitely appreciate you pulling in, man. We're gonna
Most
get back
definitely.
at it soon with some other shit, man. I don't know what the next snap about to be about. You never know, man. But it's gonna be a good one. You heard?
Definitely.
Word, man. So what you on, man? What you on for it? You gonna get that rest in the night, man?
Nah, man. Let's figure out
You
something
up?
to do.
You chilling?
Yeah, let's see what's going
Oh yeah,
on,
man.
man.
We're gonna spend them Twitter streets or something, man. We definitely gonna talk later.
Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that. Shit, it's just Friday, so shit. I don't know. It might be a
Oh,
freestyle
it's the
Friday
weekend.
joint going on. It's weekend, so you know.
Oh yeah. So if
Yeah,
y'all don't know,
might want to get
man.
some bars off. I don't know.
If y'all don't know, man, we really be on them spaces, man, and shit like that in them spaces, or Discord, rocking
Be
over
in
some
any given
tracks,
spaces
anything, man. Any given space, you'll see AGS, man. You see the sign,
to
man.
release shit, huh?
We out this bitch.
Brought to you by Thanos.
What's this? A whole lot of internet, a lot of tweets, but we ain't getting into that.